First of all, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Chakadash. I want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and shalom out there to the hopeful that speaking his truth in all sincerity, man. Yeah, back here another week, man. You know, what can we say about this world, man? It's fucked, it's screwed, right? Esau is on a war path of never-ending war, right? Disabling everything in the world, making sure everybody's suffering. But this is the rulership of the devil, man. And it can't be, you know, if you want to dispute who the devil is, you know, who the wicked is, who Esau is, it's right there in front of everybody's face. You know what I'm saying? Everything he's doing benefits only him. Well, should I say the wicked elite, Edomite elite? It benefits only them. Everybody else is suffering, you know, through their rulership. This guy cannot be left here to rule upon the earth. What's that?
Quick precept. This is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Bro, people's spirits, man, is all mashed up, man. People are getting grinded into the dirt. People don't know what next year's gonna bring for them. Because it's scary. You look forward, it's scary. It's like, oh shit, like prices going up, mortgages going up. It's like, oh shit, like people losing their jobs. Oh fuck, like what's next year gonna bring? If we even get that far, what's it gonna bring? Misery. You know it's gonna be harder than it was now, that's for sure. And that is the direction that Esau moves in, man. Because he was sent to take peace from the earth. You know?
Yeah,
grab me that.
Yeah, precept. Oh, you.
Yeah, probably sure.
This is Revelations, chapter 6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon.
The red horse represents Esau, the red man, right? And he's been given powers, he's been given dominions, he's been given rulership over the inhabitants of the earth, man. Right? And he was given a great sword, because the only reason why he's in the position that he's in, because he's an expert of war. Because the Most High have allowed him to bring about these technologies that keep him ahead of the game. Right? And so with this sword that he has, all this potential and ability for warfare, he keeps all the other nations in check. That's why he goes around nation to nation, just bullies the shit out of them, man. And takes whatever he wants. Now he's talking about economic sanctions on Iran. After that was how it started. You know, all this military campaign hasn't really got the result he wanted, but, well, in a sense from Iran's state, but the Strait of Hormuz is still fucking shut. And that's still putting up, you know, fuel prices and having an effect on crops being grown, because they can't move fertilizer around, all these different types of things. It's having a massive impact on the world, man, and no one's really talking about it anymore. You know, that was like 2 months ago. You know, not knowing that like El Nino is coming, it's gonna fuck up the potential to grow anything even more. You know, and then next year you could be looking at famine. Could be. Lord willing.
Yep.
You know?
And it says, power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
So all Esau is prescribing is more war. You got Netanyahu saying, oh, Turkey's a threat. We need to go deal with Turkey. Bro, what's your beef?
Yeah.
It's like you want to fight everybody. You want to take on multiple war fronts.
And Turkey is an ally.
It's a NATO ally.
He's a NATO ally. What, Article 5?
But this is why we know Turkey, who's currently a member of NATO, isn't going to be a member of NATO forever. Right? Because they're going to side with Russia. Right? Because these Russia deal with a bit more consistency. You know? But you can't trust America. You can't trust Israel. Because they're looking at you as food. They want to take portions of your land. Because they want to run the Greater Israel project. So you're included in that. So if you think that Netanyahu and these men are going to stop, or we're just going to get some Palestinians out of the land and we're going to stop. No, they ain't going to stop. They're fully on war and death. You know? That was it on that one?
Yeah, can I grab a quick one? So you go, sir.
After you.
Yeah, I was because you said they can't stop, right? This is Habakkuk 2 and 5, right? It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desires hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
Right, he can't be satisfied, and that's why it won't ever stop. That's why it's forever war with Esau. As long as he's got the power to take what he wants, he's going to take what he wants. And he ain't going to take no for an answer. Yeah, some of these nations might put out resistance, man. But Esau eventually just, look, man, I'm going to nuke the shit out of you, man. What are you going to do about it? Because he's got the power to do these types of things. He's got levels he can go to. You You know, Iran ain't got those levels to go to. You know, and this is the thing. Everyone's seeing the effects that this war in the Middle East is happening on the rest of the world, but they're not stopping. They don't care. They don't care because it's not about the little man. It's not about the average person. You know, living in these different countries. Because I said they are making money even now. Right, so the stocks is going great. Yeah. The few men that own the fucking shares, but everybody else is suffering still. You know, so they don't care about. Because if he was a smart ruler, he'd be like, man, this ain't worth it. This ain't worth it. I mean, you're stupid anyway, but this to continue this madness isn't worth it. But man, trying to save face, and man trying to make it look like we're tough America, spending billions on missiles and whatever, running out of ammo, for what? That's a stupid king. An unwise king destroying his people, man. And that's what he's doing. But America is like the king of the world. So he's destroying everybody.
Throw out a quick one, real quick one. Isaiah 48 and 22. There is no peace, saith the Lord Yahweh, unto the wicked.
Ain't no peace to the wicked, man. You're gonna receive the judgment coming to you, man. Right? And like I said, this is all prophecy at the end of the day, man. So it's not like we're mad. America are being idiots. No, they're doing exactly what we want them to do. They're doing exactly what the Most High wants them to do. You know?
So, because I was thinking about that earlier on in the week, how he sells this idea of incompetence. They're not incompetent. They're doing exactly what they're wanting to do. It's like, Trump doesn't know. They didn't know the Strait of Hormuz would be closed, bro. We knew.
They've always known that. That's why they've never done it before. You know, it was not worth it. When you're supposed to weigh up the pros and cons of an action, and they've always deemed it's not worth it. So why would they go do it now? Oh, Trump's just stupid, bro. He's got advisors, military advisors. Oh, that's not a good idea. You know, you might say, oh yeah, but he's brought a whole bunch of men like Hegseth. You don't know crap about anything. You know, because he's the the leader or whatever. They can just push things through. Yeah, maybe, but he's got them there for that reason. To push these things through.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah.
It sounds plausible. You can look at it and say, well, it makes sense. This guy's he's an idiot.
It's someone to blame.
Yeah.
It's someone to blame, innit? Oh, Trump's an idiot. Or Hegseth's an idiot. You know, but the scripture speaks about Egypt erring every word. So on the surface of it, it makes it look like these Americans can't do nothing right. You know, but it's on purpose.
He said, Isaiah chapter 19. Right, verse, I'm going to start from the top. It says, the burden of Egypt, behold the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Right, the modern day Egypt, which is America. What a precept for that is Revelation 11 and 8. Their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Why do they have the pyramid on the back of the dollar bill? That's America.
That's a great question,
Right, exactly.
It's a great fucking question.
Right.
Why do you have all these things in America?
Yeah,
When you're a God-fearing nation,
yeah.
but you allow freedom of religion. Why? Because that's the same as when Israel putting up fucking groves in Israel, worshipping other idols. What happened to the Israelites? They got jacked up. And you think somehow that America's allowed to do it though? Because if you're God-fearing, right? It means that America was never established for being God-fearing. Never. That's why all these things exist in America. It's nothing but a major place of witchcraft.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, just to jump to the point, right? Verse 4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai of hosts.
And we see how Trump's moving. Man's got his Ice Age, his SS squads out there.
Yep.
You know, making sure that whoever's not meant to be here gets deported. These men don't care about killing people. Yeah, come on, Maduro, bro. That's what the man is now. Speaking of madness,
You should have seen him.
Showcase to the public, bro.
you know what I mean?
He's into work and they see like the dictator just like, what's going on?
But then he goes to Iran and kills the supreme leader.
Yeah.
Like, he's on blood.
Yeah.
Esau does not hate blood. Right? He's quite happy to shed blood. You know, until he gets to the position that he wants to be in. You know, because all this is to further the agenda of the New World Order. Right? This is what it's all for. Right? And so Esau going to come down with great wrath. Satan come with great wrath because you have a short time. Revelation 12 and 12.
Yep.
You know?
And I got an article just to go with that cruel lord, right? Because it says, this is from Yahoo Finance. It says Trump says he will never apologize if Americans have to pay a tiny little bit more, in his words, for your gasoline. That's what he said, for your gasoline. Thanks to the Iran war. It says President Trump isn't sorry about higher gas prices caused by the war he launched against Iran, arguing it's a necessary burden to prevent Tehran.
Yeah, but who voted on it?
Right.
Who asked for it? No one asked you to go into Iran.
Division.
So you've been put in power. I know because you've been put in power, you get to do what you want to do now, and people have to kind of back it. But it's like, no one wanted you to go to Iran.
Right.
No one wanted you to go to war with them. Because it was like, why? And they also, all these things being thrown out there, oh, they're going to get nuclear weapons and this and that. Or Israel, well, we know why you went, because it's Israel, right?
Yeah.
The least of the flock, right? But it's like, he's just doing whatever it takes for him to put his elites in the position that they need to be in. That's it. And what he calls a little bit more for your fuel, your gasoline and shit, right? That little bit he's talking about don't affect him. His concept of little is not the same. He talked about a small loan that he received.
Of
right?
$1 million.
Well, how much was it?
Of $1 million.
$1 million. Let me try and get him, bro. I want to work again. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
Probably
cool.
more than that.
Yeah,
Probably more than
this is what I'm saying. So his concept of little
Yeah.
ain't nothing what you think it is. Because even if it goes up 20 pence, well, I'll say whatever, dollars, whatever, cents, right? That's a lot for a lot of people. But even now, the price is going up here in the UK, and I'm thinking, shit, I thought we kind of stay with that a little bit. But it's going up now. I don't like shit. It's going up another 10 pence.
And it's the knock-on effects, man. Because then, okay, cool, winter's coming, so your energy bills are higher.
Yep.
They've just increased the price cap again, so October all your energy bills are gonna go up.
But these people that are rising the price cap are meant to be the people protecting you from being scammed by the energy companies, right? But every time they put the price cap up, whose profit goes up?
Exactly.
And whose ability to pay for fuel and expenses goes down? It's the average Joe can't pay. Right? They're having to pay more, but the wages ain't going up to keep up with that.
Yeah.
So they're enabling these companies a safety net to earn profit, but they're not giving you no safety net. They call it a safety net, but you're still worse off. This whole thing's a scam. The watchdogs and the off cams and all this, they're all scammers, man. All part of Esau's system to destroy the people.
Oh, you know that movie, The Big Short?
Yeah, I was gonna say Moody's and that.
Yeah. They went to the Ofcom of the housing ratings or whatever.
Yeah,
it was.
ratings. The guys who give the ratings.
Yeah, on the mortgages and the houses and all that. And they went to them, and basically the movie exposed that actually they were just getting pressured, and if they don't give the rating, just someone else will get hired to give the rating.
Yeah.
So they was like, well, we just got to go comply with it and give the rating. So it's all bullshit. All that rating stuff.
Yeah,
It's all just a bullshit system, and everyone's getting paid. Everyone's juiced in on it.
I got a precept. Sirach 13 and 19 and 20 and 20. Sorry. As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor.
And that's all you're seeing happening. That's all you see happening, right? And like I said, the elite don't care about the poor. So what happens to you in the process of their new world order is irrelevant. They don't need you anyway. They're at a position now where, well, we've got so much tech and AI and robots and shit. Like, if you lose your job and you complain about it, it ain't gonna matter. A lot of these people are fucking, what's the word, man? You be made.
Surplus to requirements?
Not that, but it's like you're angry. They make you angry, but they know you're not gonna do nothing about it. You can see the car crash. Everyone's losing their job, but no one's gonna do nothing about it. People go out there, placards, stop AI and shit. But that's about it.
Placated?
Yeah. Okay, use that word, placated, right? You don't want to fight, right? So these men are just able to run through, man. Really, I'm not gonna advocate for it, but a lot of those assassination attempts and that kind of happen. That should be happening more often, to be honest.
Thingy, my man Mario.
I'm surprised it's not happening more often.
Yeah. Should be more of that.
But even they use that as a catalyst to push on their agendas. So it's like you can't really win. Whether they set it up or whether someone does it off their own back, it helps their agenda regardless.
I've got a quick one on that.
I've got a little bit more. One more verse. As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor.
Yeah, they hate us little man down here, man. They don't care. They don't care about your suffering. Yep, it's necessary.
Second Ezra 15 and 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power.
Alright, so eventually things are gonna get so bad, yeah, you have little resistances going on. You know, imagine like V for Vendetta, you know, where the manager getting sick and tired of being oppressed, and some men are gonna rise up and do some crazy shit. You know? A lot of people are just gonna go along with whatever the government's telling them to do. That's why the mark of the beast is a big thing, and a lot of people are gonna take it. But because of the situation that's gonna occur with the famines and stuff like that, these men are gonna lose their minds. But like I said, that could be next year, the way things are moving, because these farmers still not being able to plant their crops and that kind of stuff, because they ain't got no fertilizer. We had crazy ass weather, hot, too hot. Now we're getting El Nino's gonna bring floods and whatever. Etna throwing up volcanic ash everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, where's this food gonna be coming from?
And then let's say there's a heavy downpour coming up after the dry weather. What then happens is the topsoil gets ruined, you know, because there's supposed to be a balance around it. So it's fucked.
Yeah, pretty much. That's, you know, basically, yeah, it's screwed, man. So going into next year don't look good. You know, you might find that, yeah, next year is when the famine kind of hits. You know, in these Western nations, that's supposed to be well to do. You know.
This is Psalm 71, verse 4. Deliver me, O my power, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man.
Yeah, and this is what we all want, man, because we're tired of this place, man. We're tired of getting shafted in this world. You know, because of Esau's, you know, actions and his behavior. You know, we need a new ruler, man. You know, we need one that actually will profit, like the scriptures say. When Yahushua comes, he's coming to establish his rulership over the earth. Not coming to share it with Esau. Coming to you know, build upon his democracy. Fuck democracy, man.
That's right.
Yahushua's going to come and rule as a king. In a kingdom.
That's right.
With subjects. You know? We're not coming for this democracy bullshit, because democracy is just a lie anyway. That's why everybody's suffering. Esau still gets to do what he wants to do, and he gets to reap the benefits of it.
Yeah, it's a dictatorship.
The dictatorship ultimately is what it really is. But it's like any of these other ones, whether it be what's these other like socialists or communism or whatever. It's all the same crap, man. It benefits the top always, man. You know, but Yahushua is going to come to rule with righteousness and equity, man. Right? So yeah, he's going to be the ultimate authority here on earth. But at the same time, everything's going to be like fair in its lot. You know?
That's right.
That's right. Precept?
Oh, no.
Sirach chapter 10 verse 4. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Right, so we need the Lord to come and straighten things out. Right, to remove this crazy ass ruler, these Edomites, man. You know? And yeah, a lot of people are gonna have to receive the judgment for that to happen. Yeah, sure. But especially Christians, it makes you laugh, right? Because all you talk about is, oh, you know, oh, I hope things don't happen this way. I hope World War III don't happen and this and that. But hold on, if you believe in the kingdom and you want the kingdom, then you must be, everybody should be wanting these bad things to happen. Because it's the only way it can come in. But they're always trying to avoid bad things happening. Well, no, we're all for it, man. Let's go straight to it.
Bad things are already happening.
Yeah,
Like, but they've been, you see, it's like the movie They Live. They've been so lobotomized to believe, because of the bread and circuses. They're so distracted from the bad things that actually are already. The Epstein files are all out. Ain't no one saying nothing.
No. That's why you cheer on Trump.
That's right.
Do your thing.
Do it, man.
Do your thing. You know, yeah, we cheer him on.
Right.
Don't like to do. Obviously, he's a demon, but he's doing what he needs to do to fulfill prophecy.
That's it.
You know?
Hey, the Epstein, I've just seen a video from the Epstein files. It looked like Saw, man. Like a woman was in a chamber.
Damn.
And there was just water just going in. And she's just jumping like that in a seat, trying to just get out. So I was like, is that what's in the Epstein file? I didn't know that's in there. Like, so it's some real mental things that's in those files.
Yeah.
Boy, it hit to.
It's funny because a lot of these writers that write these movies, they be going to these Hollywood parties.
Yeah.
Boy, it's not a coincidence, man. I tell you that. Ain't no coincidence.
What's his name, man? Fucking
Director.
yeah, the
Eddie
director
Roth.
of thingy. Say again?
Eddie Roth.
No.
Which
of,
movie?
what do you call it?
I was watching shot.
Eyes Wide
Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, Stanley Kubrick. Didn't he? He was chilling with the Rothschilds. I believe he went to the their manner anyway.
Yeah.
They would have been around them seeing
Masquerade
what's
party.
Because it's more or less just presenting without explaining shit what these men were getting up to. And then it's something where it's like only with context after then you realise, oh okay. So these are kind of how they get down. And the same thing with like Pizzagate, where it's like that came out and they're like, oh, are they ordering pizzas and then ordering kids and blah. But then afterwards you find out there's a whole system running.
But there's another movie I watched recently called Babylon, right? It came out a couple of years ago maybe. I haven't seen it. Got Margaret Robbie in it. Yeah, but it's supposed to show on early Hollywood and how it kind of developed in that and the parties and that kind of stuff that was going on or whatever. You know, it followed some careers of Brad Pitt and, you know, well, not Brad Pitt in it, but like Brad Pitt actors and acting in it. And just the things they get up to, basically, things they got involved in with the drugs and all these different types of things. And there's one really sick, crazy dude that had like a dungeon, like underground, you know, place where just freaky stuff was going on, like bare freakism. There's freakism above ground, like what we normally feel like orgies and stuff like that. Normal, right? But they had an underground thing where it was just crazy shit. Like, you know, like you go to one of them circuses, it's got the most weirdest things, weirdest people and stuff like that. They're like you know,
like the bearded woman and all that kind of shit.
Dwarves and shit, you know what I mean? Just crazy weird things going down there, man. But then, like, it's supposed to be based on what was going on in that during that period. So when you watch these movies today, it's like, yeah, it comes from something. Yeah. It comes from a culture that existed, that still exists, even to this day. Right, and they're able to make movies of things because they're like experiences ultimately that they're putting on the screen.
Yeah, like Xerxes 10. You know, even when they show you Xerxes 10 from 300.
Oh,
so when he sold, when he sold his soul, yes. He sold the 10 under the 10. You know what I mean? He betrayed Leonidas. Like, that's pretty much that freakism. That's what they do.
That's a tornado down
It's been going on.
Tornado.
There's a little dustnado over there.
Oh shit. They call it a dust demon.
Dust demon, yeah.
Talking about Xerxes.
He's starting to manifest.
Slag, I saw that.
Shit. Yeah, dust demons.
But these things have been going on throughout all time. So to think that it's not going on now is kind of stupid. That we're so civilized now that we don't do these things. Well, the wicked we always do these things. The wicked always do these things. There's only a part of society that will always do these things, man. That's why Esau's a damn freak. That's why man have sex with animals.
Hey, well, even I was gonna say, you know, the cheerleader, they couldn't save her, man. Hayden.
Oh, Pantier.
Yeah, save the cheerleader, save the world.
That's why I was not going to be safe.
Yeah. But even James, it come out now. James Blunt was the one that. Have you heard the story about how she got? She basically told the story.
British.
It was James Blunt.
Oh, okay. I think
so
it came out before.
they basically put 2 and 2 together, got pictures and everything, and he done a music video where he has a girl being abducted and taken on a boat, and then he kills her and eats her. Has it, rapes her and then kills her and is eating her afterwards.
James Blunt.
Yeah, man.
You're beautiful, girl.
Yeah. Hey, he's eating my heart.
Even if song is adultery.
Yeah.
She was with another man.
These creepy ass crackers, man. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So that's the, you know, these are the things they get up to. Like, he ain't he ain't vanilla, as they say. You don't want a doggy style girl and then get rain off her or whatever. He wants to do some out. I want to show on your
Joffrey.
chest. Yeah, Joffrey. Look at that Joffrey.
And so who better equipped to hide these things than the rich? Right? Because they have the resources, the means to do so. So these societies, they exist. Right? And you can have it happen on a lower scale with peons, right? But it's the rich that are able to do these things on a regular basis. You know?
I was gonna say as well, he likes to make it seem it's just the entertainment world, but the business world is the same. In fact, this world, that is every facet of this society.
Wherever power of money is.
Exactly. You know?
It's gonna be there.
Yeah, they did there was a report like years back, like a decade back, where they were saying it was like top like lawyers, police officers, business moguls, etc. used to all get together for like in their marble arch and just do orgies.
But it's like these lawyers and police officers, they're at higher level, they become Freemasons, right?
Yeah.
So should that be like? Oh, why can't they never find a fucking pedophile ring?
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
It sounds ridiculous, really.
These men are pulling all those resources together as Freemasons.
And they can never find. Oh, we got Savile though. after he died.
Yeah, he
What the
dropped
fuck,
dead,
man?
they got Savile.
You know what I mean? It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because these men they're juiced in.
Yeah. And I did a video earlier on in the week that includes some of your colleagues too, man. There's certain people, they be getting away with shit, and you're just there like, bro, anyone else here gets fired for that. But then you start realize, oh, okay, these man probably doing secret handshakes underneath the door, because we've all experienced it where a guy should have been fired, just straight up, but somehow skirted off.
Because they have an oath to protect each other.
Yeah.
So that means there's a conflict of interest at times. You know, so when you're meant to uphold another thing for the organisation you're working for, well, when it comes to this dude now, that doesn't apply because he's part of the brotherhood.
Yeah.
You know, I can't stitch on him, I can't do this or whatever. So you ain't gonna uphold this thing. Can't serve two masters. It tells you that. Right? You can't serve two masters. So it's like, well, they cling close to that brotherhood, man. So they don't care about the institutions.
They show you that in the movie The Skulls. When I think it was the one with Paul Walker. And I think Paul Walker in the movie, he killed one Jake that was, trying to get in there in a secret brotherhood society and that. And they, his dad was a powerful geezer. Yeah. And they just swept it under the rug. But the truth, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't handle, the truth was coming up, his conscience and that and whatever. But they show you that in the movie The Skulls. The Skull and Bones.
It's going on.
It's
all
all
the time.
going on.
All the time.
I got a quick precept. This is Proverbs 29 and 27. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is abomination to the wicked.
And that's why, is there only a few people that really speak up against them, really? Some things become, it's a thing when it comes out in the news, everyone's mad for about a week. Yeah. And then it comes out in the news and no one cares. But we're always on the fucking, these demons, man. Always on these demons. Because they shouldn't be allowed to go move around the earth like that. They shouldn't be allowed to move around the earth like that, man. They should be dead.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean?
Who is the Jake?
You got precept.
Psalms 49. Psalms 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Then it's been a great thing. Right, all this information being able to be sent like instantaneous now. It's like it's been a double-edged sword to Esau. Because now we're finding out a lot of things that's going on, or at least rumors, because they'll say, oh, it's not true. But there's a lot of things going on that people are able to share instantaneously now. And so it's been laid bare, Esau's movements basically. And obviously we can't know everything that he's doing. But then there's other things that come out, that people being a part of certain things, victims, right, to certain things that they've been around with, around them with, right, that comes out in the open, man. And then we get like an Epstein thing, and yes, it's public news and whatever, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, man.
It's what they want you to know.
It's what they want you to know.
It's what they're desensitizing them.
That's right.
Yeah, for me.
But one thing's for sure, Esau's the devil,
Yeah.
right? And he's not fit for rulership. That's the only conclusion, man. But obviously, no one can see an alternative to him. But we can. We know the alternative, man. Because this guy's not righteous, man. He needs to be gone.
Yeah. Can I read this?
Go on.
Ezekiel 28 and 2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not the Most High.
Esau really thinks he's the ultimate living creature. Ever. Right? And so there's no one that can surpass him, there's no one that's more intelligent than him, there's no one that's more capable than him or got the greatest potential than him. Right? He believes he's on God level or getting very close to it. God tier. Yeah, he believes it, man. But he gonna find out you're just the same worm you've always been. Because you're weaker than the other nations. It's just the truth. Because you've been given power over the nations right now, are you able to rule over them? Yeah. But you're actually the weakest of all the nations. You don't even have no fucking melanin, man. Yeah. I'm not to say that makes you Superman, but I'm just saying you can't even be in the sun. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't even be in the sun like that. And we know if you go through, the biosciences and that, all these creatures that are albino and stuff, man, they're fucking, they're suffering, man. Yeah. They're not strong. You know what I mean? They're weakened. They're weakened than everything else, man.
Yep.
Now don't tell me about no fucking white tigers, man. That's fucking fur. Anyway.
Polar bear.
Yeah, polar bears and shit. They're white. They're strong and no, that's just fur, man. Shit.
Verse 3. Behold,
The bear, I mean, the polar bears, they got melanin in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they got
yeah,
melanin.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Under the fur, they got melanin. That's what I'm saying. So don't try that shit.
Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. Could I just say this? And this is the thing you got to remember. He was in the garden, and he was the one that he had the full scope of what was going on. He
was in the garden before he was Eve.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's for some score.
Yeah.
But Esau won't come
Yeah,
to
yeah,
later.
yeah.
So, yeah. No, that's
Yeah,
alright.
yeah, yeah.
It's for the simple.
Yeah, that's
For
it.
those that don't know.
That's it. So he's in the garden, and what was his power of deception? He knew, he sat there, he analysed the situation, knew what was going on. And his power wasn't using them with them, but it was subverting those that were given the power. He weren't there, he didn't say, okay, I will become God and do all this. No, he told them how to create the fall of man. And that's Esau's power, basically bringing about the downfall of other people.
Subversion.
Subversion, yeah. Because even when you look at all these different nations around the world, they all fell, right, during the time of imperialism, colonialism, by what? Pitting one tribe or group of people against another tribe, and then coming in and working as mediator.
Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer, basically, yeah.
And it always boils down to this. This is what Esau's problem is, right? He's jealous.
Yeah.
Right? Adam was the Most High's creation, man. Like, he loved Adam. Right? And these other nations that existed, they were just outside there doing their thing or whatever. But obviously the Lord loved Adam.
Yeah.
You know, the serpent who's spiritually Esau, you know, at that stage, right? It's like, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna fuck with them. So yeah, I'm gonna go see this man's woman here. His woman, because like, Adam probably just slapped me about.
Yeah.
So it's saying some madness. So I'll go to this woman now, convince her that like I'm deep, and there's some deep things that he should know, knowing that I'm gonna fuck them for doing that, because he knows what the Most High told them. Right? But he's like, no, you know what, if I can convince them to, because it's the same thing. If Esau can keep us in sin and wickedness, we're weakened. We're in a weakened state.
Yeah.
And we can be fucked with.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. If I can get to Adam through Eve and fuck with them and break the Lord's commandments, the Lord's going to despise them. And everything that's what happened. The Lord casts us out the garden and become mortal. Right? Even though this is all the whole part of the process, Sean. Even though this is the whole part of the process for us to become the gods that we're going to be. Right? At that time, Esau's motive was just to fuck up Adam. And fuck up the Lord's treasure. To tamper with, to corrupt it. And that's the same thing Esau does, because it's the work of Satan.
Man said, I mean, he wants to put him into Jacob as well. When he came as Esau, he wanted to put him into
Same
Caleb.
thing.
Yes.
And he had success before as Cain.
Yeah.
So he did it. That's why I was in his mind to, I'll do the same thing I did before. And again.
Yeah, he hates the righteous, man. It's as simple as that.
Oh, as a whole hateth
Yeah. Righteous woman.
righteous woman? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven? How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of a congregation in the sides of the north.
If this is not Esau, then who is it? Right. What nation has the power to weaken the other nations?
Yeah.
You know, so I believe it's like Lucifer at the beginning, and that shows you that Lucifer is a man.
Yeah.
Because it's Esau actually going around the world weakening people's nations' positions, man. He don't want people to build themselves up. He don't want them to grow strong. He hates competition.
Yeah.
Right? So he purposely goes around and weakens nations, man. Sends in economic hitmen or puts sanctions on you or blows you to smithereens.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's the modern so-called doing good in the world Esau's made is like philanthropy, where they're meant to be like, oh, we're putting money in these different programs, we're helping these guys build.
Because you got the money. But how did you get the money?
Yeah. But then
It's dumb.
And the joke as well, even with that, is you have the adage, you know, teach a man to fish. Well, give a man a fish, feed him for the day. Teach a man to fish, feed him for his life. A lot of those.
First, the egg or the chicken.
But then that's where it's like a lot of these programs is basically just sustaining them, where they're reliant on whatever like that aid to continue to do what they need.
Yeah, yeah.
There was even
It's just to
reports
keep
on like,
PR up. That's
yeah,
it.
it was like the USAID stuff. They said, oh, the USAID cuts have got people in these different regions now dying out and blah. I'm like, bro, it's like you're giving millions upon millions to these programs. How is it not like, oh, we're gonna build up so they can maintain themselves? Because that's not what Esau's about.
And before he even existed, these were thriving civilizations.
Yeah.
So how is it now that they don't know how to eat, feed themselves? But before they fed themselves abundantly
generations.
for generations. So it shows you they came. You're the master of disaster, man.
Yeah.
You came in there and disrupted their living, right? And that's why these fucking devils. Cause you always hear them. They say if we left you to yourselves, you'd die out. And you dumb Negroes and Spanish, you actually believe that shit.
But where
No,
was
we
you?
were fuck-
But where was you before the other nations? They were running things. They had their civilization, but you weren't doing shit.
In the caves, man.
In the caves, yeah, they got chased off.
Yeah, you had your little kingdom of Edom and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, fine, but you was never a world ruler.
But civilization started with the Greeks.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
That's legendary.
When they're
They're not even the original Greeks.
and they're telling fables like Odyssey, come on, man. Like, you go too far.
Fair cat. You know?
And the prime example of that is what? Joseph. Joseph predicted there's going to be 7 years of feed and then 7 years of famine. That was way before Esau was on the scene.
Where was
Egypt was a mighty nation.
Esau would have fucked up back then. You know, he would have just ransacked everything.
So this is what I'm saying. These civilizations, these monkeys or these dark people, these nations that ain't got no IQ, they're running things fine in their own wickedness, but they had things running for a long time before you come up on the scene, became some world power. You know, before you became like, oh, I'm Ptolemy, I'm an Egyptian now. All this fucking bullshit. You took lands that had established power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you know, man or the manager goes to fucking Man City with all the money. Yeah, it's established team. You got well, not no more, but you know, they're down kind of through right now. You know? Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
But Luke 3 and from 35. This is our power, and there shall none other be accounted of in comparison of him. He has found out all the way of knowledge, and has given it unto Jacob his servant, and to Israel his beloved.
Right, so we're the most beloved people, man. That's why we've been given a special place in the earth, special knowledge that man don't have. And although it didn't work out for us because we put our hands to sin also, we didn't have our kingdom for very long. Right, and so we end up being scattered, you know, amongst other nations, being put in captivity under different regimes and whatever. You know, it didn't work out well for us just because of the sin factor. But while we were ruling, everything was great. You know, stones was like silver. You know, or whatever it was, or, you know, bronze or iron, whatever it was. It was silver, yeah. Things were fine with us, man. It's just the wickedness that played its role. You know, but we're gonna go into the kingdom pure righteousness. Right, and we're going to show you how things are really supposed to operate in the earth. You know, how things are meant to be run. Yep.
Yeah. Lamentation 4:1. How was the gold become dim? How was the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street.
The fact that you even ransacked our temples and stuff like that and took out gold and that kind of stuff to prop you up, it just goes to show, man, you weren't nothing about the establishment of other nations before you.
Yeah, because you look at India. Right, when you was talking, I was thinking about the ransacking of India, right? How apparently the Taj Mahal was full of rubies, and it's like, why is it all of these other heathen nations, even us, with Gad and Reuben, they just had the gold and silver in the streams. They was like, yeah, it's there. But Esau had to come take out all of the gold and silver. He went to India, took off all of their rubies, stole all of their wealth, right? You know, to the tune of trillions. Right, and then what did he leave? He left them with coloring books where the dark-skinned Indians were so-called ugly, and the light-skinned Indians were so-called beautiful. That's Esau's legacy, man.
But I say Esau wants to go on like he's the superior. That without him, life doesn't move. It's bullshit, man. He's the most useless one. Right, but because he's got the other nations in poverty and you know, just down bad, he can parade as if he is the ultimate. Because he's destroyed everybody already, you know. But wait until these nations come up. I mean, they're gonna go down further before they're gonna come up, but they're gonna come back up and they'll be above you in the kingdom. You know.
He was reading Isaiah 14. They're all gonna come to realization like
Is this the man?
Even right
dickhead.
now,
This
even in the
weakling.
Philippines, they're saying they want the white side of their country because they're just coming there, them small hats come in there thinking they just can boss them around in their own country. Like
Them man are getting fucked up in Thailand as well.
They don't want them in their land. Now you know how we feel. You Filipinos, you Gooks and all that. You know now how you know what we feel. What we've been dealing with for the past 400 years. Because this is what this devil did when he came to the New World. He bullied us in our own land, and now he's calling us aliens and immigrants in our own fucking lands, man. And he's the immigrant. He's a savage.
That's it. Yeah, that's right. Obadiah 1 and 2. I'm going to read it in the NLT. The Lord Yahweh says to Edom, I will cut you down to size among the nations. You will be greatly despised.
All the nations hate Esau Edom right now. Especially them small hats, man. Everyone hates the small hats, man.
I've got a little information I just want to bring out. Amon told me about this. It's because you're talking about the awareness of these various other nations. But during the you had PSYOPs that were active during the Vietnam War, and you had Hanoi. So I'm going to read this from Google. It says North Vietnamese and Viet Cong propaganda. Hanoi Hana was a radio broadcaster from North Vietnam who read daily English language messages targeting American GIs. She shared casualty lists, played anti-war American music, and told soldiers their cause was pointless and their families had abandoned them. So they just had it on a tannoy every day on repeat, and they'll tell like, go home black man, no, why are you here fighting for us, fighting against us when they don't fight in your own country?
It's an illegal war, that's why. The same shit that they're doing in Gaza, they're trying to go for Lebanon, all these other countries now. Everyone's like, just go home, you know? They neither keep us at home, the largest desire is hell, like our elder was saying. Anywhere he goes, he leaves a trail of destruction. He's the master of disaster, man. Can't help himself. Look at Trump. What Trump's doing now, man. He should have been impeached or been assassinated already. The way he's going on, but because he's still in power, he can still run his mouth, you know. But all these NATO counterparts are just ready to just basically step away from America, man, and leave them on your own.
Yeah, and we got to remember as well that these lot in the Book of Psalms, it tells you that they came together as to make a tumult together. So they know one another. They understand what's going on. But now they're looking at it like, well, he's getting too big for his britches. Like he just thinks that it's all about him. So they see it from another perspective. And this is why now they're being empowered, right, from the Heavenly Father with the BRICS nations. Let the weak say I am strong. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a smear, a big.
Now you're just a laughing stock. You're supposed to be the biggest, baddest army. The Iranians are just basically made you look like a laughing stock.
They're holding you up, man. You're blowing your load on a nation that hasn't actually done nothing to you. You know what I mean? But you spent all this money, and now you're asking the Americans to pay for more of it. These men are down bad already. But you promised them the lowest prices and all this fucking garbage you promised them, and everything's going up. You know, but let's say you blow your load in the run, and now you got to, recoup and do this and do that to try and do something to them.
Now they want to send ground troops. That's once you do that, it's basically suicide. Send them ground troops in there, it's over.
Yeah, and it's so you got.
I was going to say, because even the average American citizens starting to hate the figurines now as well, because like never used to have that much PR in them, but now average Americans are starting to ask questions like, why the fuck are we suffering while these lot are getting all of our tax dollars? It's creating incisions.
That's that precept apostle big thing out. They forbought the mighty men and forbought the fight.
Jeremiah.
That's it. They don't believe in America anymore.
Yeah, it's done.
The USS Lincoln, that's a shit show right now.
Yeah, 27 days at sea.
Yeah,
they have to change the ships, innit?
There you go. Like, and you think, because I got something. Like, they're basically you're meant to put. King David did it with our people. Yeah, different times people be presented to fight, because obviously you need your people, your warriors, to be psychologically tapped in, ready to go to war, and you can only have them ready for so long. So now you've had these people at sea, mind you, and if you see how them beds are, they got like quadruple bunk beds, and the space is like you're literally it's like a prison cell, and you're upon a ship raising it. There's so many factors.
I think the food every month
yeah. And so it's just had an effect. There was a sorry, bro, I'm gonna let you jump in. They had a knife fight on there. You had a couple people get killed. Oh shit!
So something that's crazy.
Breaking down.
People
they
trying to
got
jump
stir
overboard.
crazy.
Because I was going to build on what you're saying, because you mentioned King David, but imagine that was with real warriors. a lot of the American military are their economic.
Yeah.
They're mercenaries basically.
Paycheck, innit?
It's for a paycheck. It was for education, healthcare.
A lot of
Exactly.
engineers now.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
On a boat, making sure the boat's alright.
Where they had that, there's one meme I saw on socials that one guy was saying basically, you know, the type of females that they're at, they're about to get deployed and they get pregnant. So like there's a thing, you know, there's a couple like loopholes they use to basically circumvent getting deployed. So they're, you know, like you said, they're economic. They're only there for the money, healthcare, things of that nature, because it gives you a leg up. But hey, they're gonna have to really go to war at some point, man.
That's right.
Yeah. Verse 3, you have been deceived by your own pride, because you live in a rock fortress and make your home high in the mountains. Who can reach us? Way up here, you ask boastfully.
Because you push all the nations down. Right? Because your status is so high up in the world compared to everybody else, you think you're safe. You think you're untouchable. But you're gonna find out you are touchable, man. Because you think about it, no one's attacked America. I don't count 9/11. That's some bandoodle things.
Inside.
But no one's gone to war with America. No one sent no planes to America, man. Or nothing like that, right? Because that's suicide. It's crazy, really, right? So they know they're kind of safe, and that's why they're unwalled villages.
Unwalled, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna get touched eventually, man. But that war's coming for you.
Grab this real quick. Unless Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, confusion, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Virgin daughter.
Yeah.
That means they haven't been plucked yet.
I haven't been violated yet. It happened yet.
You had that guy at the border. He was getting questioned, ambush journalist, right? And he was getting questioned. He was like, "Soon you're gonna know who I am." Remember?
Yeah.
And he was getting posted all over Fox News. He goes, "You don't know who I am, but soon you're gonna know who I am." That's what he said. So basically, just getting ready. Soon you're gonna know who I am. What does that mean? Asking on Fox News. Basically, look, America's about to get fucked.
Yeah.
You know, because you got
having
agents
blackouts
in
right
there.
now. Indiana, they're having mad blackouts.
Oh yeah,
So, you know,
Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, it's
and they
crazy
said
over there. They're saying they're going crazy over
and
there.
they said they basically with the infrastructure for the electrical grid in America. This is how capitalism has come to bite them in the ass, because the government has basically said like we ain't gonna cover, like Trump's government said we're not gonna cover what you need to do. So basically they're going to rustle up the money and take care of everything, but
Or to upgrade it.
or to keep, if anything was to happen, basically it's going to have a knock-on effect with the hospitals, the sewage system, and they say
Water.
up to 18 months, a year and a half. So America is like, you know, all the nightmares are going to come at once, and it's really going to, the time, it tells you, man, the time we're heading into is like no other time, man.
Yes.
So the things we're going to see is going to be scary, man.
Like, let's be real. What has Trump actually done to improve America?
He runs something.
Like, I can't think of anything he's done to actually improve America, man. It's still degraded.
Yeah.
You might talk about morals and all these different things, the American morals and patriotism,
He ended wokeness.
intangible things, intangible things, right? You might talk about those things, but what's Trump actually done for America, right? The people.
They're actually putting in the worst president in American history now.
Well, he's proven very slipping.
Because everything he said he wasn't going to do when he was
Yeah.
in administration and presidency, he actually did.
At least Obama give you Obamacare.
And the bomber phone. The bomber phone.
Trump is just making
And some
everyone
great
expensive,
memes.
man. You know, and telling you he ain't gonna do shit. They ain't gonna do shit because he can't afford it. But they got money for war all the time though.
Isaiah 24 and 7. The new wine mourners, the vine languishes, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mouth of tabrets ceases, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceases.
Yeah, the joy of this world is being killed, man. And we noticed it year upon year, man. Everyone's just more miserable now, man. You know? And I said, the economics of it proves that. All the night bars and the clubs, and what people usually do to go and blow some steam, you know what I mean? To whatever. That's all dying, man. All this economy is dying.
That's it.
People can't afford it anymore, man. You know, people, when you go to a bar, they want to charge you £20 for a drink, bro. I can't do that. Who can?
And the thing is, because they're being squeezed. I remember was looking at like business rates here in the UK.
The rent.
Where it's like, yeah, because business rate is a proportion of your rent. To some, there's some, but it's like up to like 50%. So if you're in a certain location your rent is like 10 grand. That means you're gonna spend 5 grand a month on business rates. That's before you've paid your staff. That's before you paid some exorbitant amounts on alcohol duty. You know, so that's why a lot of these pub owners, they're hurt right now because they're like, look, we want to stay open. We don't want to charge you this much. We know it's ridiculous, but we've got no choice.
But then we also know this is part of the plan.
Yeah.
Because he still don't want you to have nothing to go do anything, to have anything that can make you happy. He rather just give you a fucking pill and just make you docile. That was the word I was looking for earlier, docile.
Docile, calm.
Yeah. You know, because they talk about messing with your brain already with Neuralink and all these different types of things. They make you feel different types of emotions or whatever. They don't need bars. They don't need entertainment for you.
That's what it was
Well,
fucking,
already technically now, like this generation, man, it's something else.
Yeah.
The vaping, the balloons, like you, if you're on a bloody train, you can't sit on a train without someone pulling out a vape. Like, my God, you can't wait 10, 20 minutes to jump off the train and vape. Like, balloons, like you see people just ballooning their life away. These things are going, you know.
We were saying on the way here, you got like a million people under 24 with nothing to do, no work, nothing, just outside.
And a lot of them have got ED as well. They got erection.
Yeah. That's a big thing.
Erection.
With that's what with the honey thing.
Yeah, the honey packs.
The honey packs.
Balloons, vaping. Like a lot of them, they haven't got a baseline of just like and pornography as well.
Yeah.
It's warped their brain. They're psychologically fucked up.
when they said Gen Z is like having less sex than like any time ever before.
You know why that is, man. They're 4-1, man. You know, it's just, you know, culling a generation.
Bro, it's like you talk to a lot of them, they said it's like their uni time, it was during lockdown.
Yeah.
So they didn't even get, there's a lot of them where they said it's like, I've never been to a club, I've never been out, I've never gone drinking. I'm like, damn, I was like, bro, it's like, that was some shit that got played out after like 3 months. But it was like, at least I had them 3 months where I was like, oh shit, this is lit. And I was like, that's terrible. It's a fucking waste of time. It's just like, these men never, like, they've never really socialized.
Yeah.
So a lot of them don't even have like social
In their
circles.
formative years,
Yeah.
especially.
And then they go into the workplace, and then the workplace is and it's like, especially now with like guys, it's like a lot of people are saying before you used to meet your partner at work, but now it's like, bro, it's like you tap a girl on the shoulder at work, bro, you could be sitting in there
Locked up, they won't let me out.
It's getting to the point where you got Sandra Bullock, remember the metaverse? In Demolition Man.
Yeah.
That's how
Oh,
it's
watching
getting
the
to
other
that
day.
point.
No contact.
There's no contact. You know, you can't do nothing. Like, that's social that's that Black Mirror social credit scoring system.
Someone's like, what the fuck?
He's all getting ready to get down. And then she gives him a headset. This is the metaverse.
So what the fuck is it?
With the Monka Chunka?
The honka chunka.
Yeah, he was the
She's like, hey, what's that?
Who the fuck wrote that?
Exchanging bodily fluids. She's like, what's exchanging bodily fluids?
Yeah.
She's like, she couldn't. Then, you know, then at the end of the movie, he kissed her, and then she was like, oh, is that what it feels like? Plenty more, you get me?
True, man. He sucked life out of everything.
This is what Easter wants for you, though, man. It's
In the
depressing.
future, like you're saying, the people become more docile because they showed you when Simon Phoenix and that was in the future. And that. Even the police, they was weak as fuck. They were told on the control what to do. Like the AI was telling them how to approach a criminal. Talk to him with a voice, and then the guy was, this is your last warning, and Simon just turned around.
He had the iPad with him. Lie down or else.
It's ridiculous, but people became more docile, relied on AI more. It's like robots, basically.
Yeah.
They didn't have no thought pattern of their own no more. That was shit.
Well, that's what they're saying with AI as well. They said because of AI, so a lot of people are losing like critical thinking abilities, the ability to even learn. They're saying there's a lot of people where it's like they put like simple problem solving where they've used AI, then they're allowed to solve the problem with AI versus not with AI. And a lot of them, it's like when they're by themselves, it's like the thought process, those things aren't even working. And it's like the more time goes on as well. Because I think it was like they said with programming, like coding is one of the big things I've been using AI for. And they said a lot of people lost the ability to kind of like naturally problem solve problems. Even when they used to be, there was like people that used to be good coders, but then using AI just broke them down over time.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And when you put that chip in you, you're finished.
Yeah.
You're just going to be a walking cyborg, man. They're going to be able to tell you, sit up, stand up. You know, it's like Simon says, you do what you had to.
How can women
When I move, you
Yeah.
move.
Yeah, when I move, you move, yeah.
Like the movie Upgrade.
Upgrade, yeah, look at
That's
that.
another one.
STEM.
I've got precepts.
Yep.
Isaiah 31:1, it says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh."
And that's another thing as well. Like these people that that live in the world, but they actually trust in Esau and the way he's moving the world forward.
Yeah.
They believe in the future that he's portraying to them, like it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Not knowing that he wants you as a slave, like a real fucking ass slave, right?
Yeah.
That's trapped in a 15-minute city somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, that is being told, what day you can eat meat, what day you can't eat meat, or you can't eat meat at all.
Yeah.
You know, he wants that so much. He wants so much control over you, right? It's not the future that you think it's going to be, because he has no good intentions. And this is the problem. When you know Esau's the devil, you know who Esau is. You can know there's no good intentions with him.
Yeah.
You know, and this is why we present the alternative, which is Yahweh Shai. You know, who's going to rule in righteousness, man, and everyone's going to have what is rightfully theirs. You know, because every nation's got their inheritance to have. Everyone's free to work. You know, and work their land, have land inheritance and stuff like that. Esau don't want you to have nothing, man. You know.
Jeremiah 17:5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord. Because like even that made me think about like even the Fauci trial as well, where he got the pardon, and the scripture will tell you after 2 or 3 witnesses let a man be condemned. But everyone knows he's done evil and he's there with a pardon. They're asking him, what day of the week is it? Oh, I plead the fifth. I resign.
Bro, I'll be like, you say it again and you get executed now. I ain't fucking around you.
What colour is the paper?
Because you're going to ask me then. Yeah, fucking, I'll plead the fifth. I don't give a fuck about your fifth. Because he can't even use that anyway, because he got the pardon. So why are you even saying that? But he's been told to say that.
It was the elite.
Court system is a joke.
Yeah, it was the elites putting a middle finger up to the people.
That's it, yeah.
You know,
I was saying, if you don't fucking answer my question now, you get executed today, right now, for everybody.
And that's the thing. Everyone will be like, "Oh, democracy, blah, it's the best of the systems we've got." I'm like, bro, it's like all these
shit.
so-called checks
So
and balances. As soon as money or power gets involved, you're basically you're dealing with a monarch. You're dealing with just as like Charles I. He was like, "Look, I can't be held accountable for anything because I've been put in this position by God, so you can't do shit."
Well, it becomes a plutocracy at that point. It's like you need money to get right, to get justice, to get righteousness. If you got more money, then these men are fucked. You know, they can protect themselves, they can outlast you and have you pine away into nothingness, man. So these men just abuse the system because they've got the power to. You know, so it's a corrupt system then. It don't work right.
And
No justice.
The people with the money is the small hats, man. They got the people even here in the UK like Labour, Conservative, or Green Party, and they're all small hat funded anyway, regardless. Regardless, it all comes from even that small little square mile, the city of London. There's so many trillionaires hidden in that are just behind puppeteering all of these prime ministers and leaders.
But there's a reason why the J lobby is one of the largest. Is it the largest or one of the largest lobbies in America? There's a reason for that. In America, mind you.
Yep.
Like, why is that the largest or one of the largest lobbies in America? Why do they have so much power and so much influence? These are meant to be a minority people, by the way.
That's what, bro. What them man just on the basis level until like 1948 or whatever, bro. Like how these men all of a sudden they built themselves up to where they've established whole industries and they're basically able to hold sway. Because
They already had sway. That's
I was gonna say, if these are minority people, we're meant to be like damn bad, according to scriptures anyway, right? Meant to be damn bad. How is it they are the most powerful lobby, or one of the most powerful lobbies in America, when they're supposed to be just a small group of people? It's because they got power.
And
And Israelites not meant to have no power.
And it goes back to the Rothschilds when you deal with Moses Amshar Bauer, and then Maya Amshar Bauer, and then the 5 founding fathers of the banking industry today. They formulated a plan and they worked it, over and over again. And now we're in, you think, it just happened yesterday or whatever. This has been something in the works for hundreds and hundreds of years.
So that's why they have that quote. I think it might have been Amshar Bauer that quoted it. It's like, I care not who makes the laws if I got control of the money. These men want control of the money. So who gives a fuck who's in power? Trump,
something.
Biden, doesn't matter. They control the shit, man.
Well, you made a good point about the bowers, because bower means peasant. And I got a scripture just on that. Right? This is Ecclesiastes 10:7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
And if you go to Isaiah 32, it talks about the evil chul. And the word chul, when you look it up, it means a scoundrel, like
Yes,
a lowlife.
a knave
And
scoundrel.
it
Yep.
basically means a peasant.
Yep.
And that's the Rothschilds.
That's right.
Their original name is Bauer, like you said,
Yep.
which means peasants, and they own the whole fucking earth, whole world.
Yep.
And they're the evil chul, man.
And when you go into the etymology of scoundrel, it goes into like a base individual.
Yeah, base is
Someone that's so
individual.
vile, like
Yeah,
the
low
lowliest
life.
of the low, base.
Scum.
And the scriptures speak about the basis as men.
Yeah.
So it all lines up.
That's who's making the policies. That's who all these laws and the executive orders that get passed. All that shit. The whole system was built by them and created for them.
Yeah. So we implore you. You know, can a leopard change his spots?
Yes,
You know,
yeah,
like,
tell it.
like these are the devils. Like,
A big nose is gonna stay a big nose.
You know, these people like made them no, they're a hierarchical, you know,
Yeah, they're
society.
the laws.
You know, but they're not. You
That's
know,
That's the other thing as well, is to be a prince, that's a role you need to be groomed and raised for. Like when someone's set as a leader, it's usually you have the firstborn. It's like Game of Thrones is good for that. Where it's like you had, like Ned set up his son, then his son basically, as soon as he had to take up the role, he'd already trained him in a way where it's like, okay, warfare, you knew what you need to do, politics, dealing with the bannermen, dealing with whatever.
and this is something people don't realize. In reality, you know, on a scientific level, it's in your DNA. All right, when the blood of the covenant was put upon us, all right, going into Exodus 24, and it speaks about in Exodus 19 to be a nation of kings and priests. That wasn't what made us, you know, king. In that moment, we were made to be that. So when you have a king, this is why you had the divine right of kings.
Yeah.
Because it goes into Genesis the 49th chapter about the scepter not departing from Judah. Why? Because even within the nation of Israel, they weren't meant to be the kingly line. All right, it's meant to be Ephraim. Ephraim was meant to be the firstborn. You know, you had the firstborn Reuben, so it got deferred to the firstborn of the other, second of Rachel, the younger thing. So second oldest, yeah. So second firstborn is, I think.
Yeah, the second
firstborn.
The second first.
So it went on to him. But then it tells you in the book of Kings that he said through the excellency of spirit. It didn't say because he had money, because he supplanted his way. No, excellency of spirit. He became the king. Basically, it was something set up in the spirit. So all these, you know, Esau would try and say, you know, we had an excellent spirit. We got into the way. No, all right. You did some skullduggery. Right. You're fucked. You are a criminal. All right. But when you deal with the true nature of kings, that's why in our people we're very benevolent. All right. We you know, we feel sorry for people and all that type, because that's part of our kingly nature.
And we didn't rule off our own minds.
Yeah.
You know, we had the Lord that was given to us, and we had to rule by it. We know Esau don't care about those types of things, and this is why everything just goes wrong.
You know, it reminds me, I think Solomon, when he was Yahweh Shai, he prayed to the Lord for more wisdom so he'd be able to rule Israel when he was given the option of anything he wanted, and because of that, the Lord added everything else onto him. So that's the average mind of Jake. Whereas Esau, Edom, he would try and set up a Palantir and have the police integrate it and have you facial conditioned up to tell you it's for your own.
But the reason why it's added onto him is because it's a byproduct of wisdom.
Yeah, of course. That's why wisdom is the principal thing, right?
Proverbs 4:7. That's right.
This is Psalms 55 verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Like, who actually has an issue with Esau on the level where, like, you know, that someone's trying to do Esau wrong? No one's trying to fuck with Esau like that. But he's coming to fuck with everybody else, though. Everyone's really just wants to be at peace. They don't want problems. But you somehow find an issue. Find a problem. Always. That's Esau. Yep.
Can I just read this one real quick? This is Proverbs 4:7. Getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. This is in the NLT. And whatever else you do, develop good judgment.
That comes with the wisdom.
Yeah, that's the first thing you should do. You know, and through all of them things got added. That's why you mentioned the example with King Solomon. What got added to that? Because he didn't ask for wealth, women. He didn't ask for but wealth and women can get added off the bat as a byproduct.
But this is why it was mandatory that the king had to meditate in the scriptures, meditate in the law. So that he knew that he made right judgment, make right calls. Because if you just like, I feel like that's the judgment for this, but he's not actually consulted with the scriptures. It's not in his mind like that. He could make the wrong judgment. You know what I mean? And so it was mandatory for the king to do it, because otherwise the king will get high-minded in himself that he's able to pass anything he wants. Or do whatever he wants, right? But you're meant to rule based on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
That's right.
You're not your own ruler. You still one above you, man.
That's right.
One above you.
Yes.
But really, when you become go ahead. I was gonna say, when you become a king and that, you're really a servant to the people.
That's right.
That's right.
It's not just about yourself. You've got to mind the whole kingdom.
Oh, Yahweh Shai said that when he came. He is the ultimate example of a king. He's the king of kings. He said, "I come to minister." That's what he comes to say.
Well, that's why the king has the scepter. Because you are a shepherd to the people, the sheep. And when you are a shepherd, man, that's a tedious job when you really think about it. Because sheep tend to go astray.
Well, Moses will tell you. Moses was stressed out. Leaving you man out of Egypt,
Because it's like a shepherd with a sheep. You got your sheepdog, and then one just runs off to a cliff. And you're like, shit, okay. You leave your steward there and whatever. You got to go off into the cliff and find, your cattle and all that kind of stuff.
Come back and another one's on.
What kind of? So that's the same thing. Being a king is like you said, you'd be stressful. You'd be there like, fucking hell.
No, that's why you have to
hard-headed.
inquire. Because they've got too overbearing. You have to go to Jethro. I don't mind these people because it's getting too overbearing. Too many complaints are coming to me. They said miss out. Elders, captains, and this.
But no, people don't see that. I want, like you said, I want power, women. That's what they think.
Even in Esau society, you've got something called a public servant. That's what these politicians and elected leaders are meant to be. But they don't give a hell about the people.
They do it to serve themselves. So they get access to the extra yard and the money and shit.
Well, that's why the scripture says, so a manner of man, the ruler of the city is such a order that dwell therein. They do it for themselves.
So if they're selfish, they ain't gonna rule the people right.
Precept on that. We actually got a law on that. This is Deuteronomy 17 verse 14, and I'll read the NLT. And the subheading is guidelines for a king. And it says, you are about to enter the land the Lord your God is giving you. When you take it over and settle there, you may think we should select a king to rule over us, like the nations around us. If this happens, be sure to select as king the man the Lord your God chooses. You must appoint a fellow Israelite. He may not be a foreigner. The king must not build up a large stable of horses for himself or send his people to Egypt to buy horses. For the Lord has told you, you must never...
Salat, man. Say it.
You must never return to Egypt. The king must not take many wives for himself, because they will turn his heart away from the Lord. And he must not accumulate large amounts of wealth in silver and gold for himself.
I mean, yes, the king is going to be wealthier than the average Israelite, obviously. But he has duty to, with the resources that he has, there's a duty he needs to fulfill with those resources that he's got.
Distribute appropriately.
Because even when the Lord was telling Samuel, I'm sure it's Samuel, about if you want a king, then you're gonna have to give up this, and you have to give up that, so he can do this, so he can do these things.
He's gonna take your firstborn, he's gonna take your mates,
kind of stuff.
because they were sovereign within their own right. That's what they didn't realize.
He's gonna need warriors. So your
your
man child's gonna have to come up. So he's gonna need provision for them. So he's gonna need all these extra things to run that. He ain't just gonna run it off his own bank, because he's a king. He doesn't work.
And it really shows you the spirit on them, because in the book of Judges, it iterates it on multiple occasions that there was no king, and everyone did what they
thought in their own mind.
So that's why you had one of the last chapters. You had the Levite that was in the house of the rich man. I forgot his name. It's escaping me. And he basically made the Levite a servant to him with his idol in his house. So that showed you how abundance in wealth had our people. He brought I'm going to bring a priest in my house So you imagine the king over a
king.
people like that. He's gonna say, well, I need that guy because he's okay. You got a war in your household, because you even have that. You know, when you deal with like in America, you know, in different lands like say the Caribbean, even Italy, you have someone have their right hand man, a protector, you know, a bodyguard, and there'll be, you know, like 50 Cent for example. He took this guy Monster. I forgot his name. The guy's name is Monster. But basically, he was a well-known street figure that had a lot of power, known for like doing things for different people. So obviously he's got wealth, so he just plucked him and said, "You're mine now." So it's the same. You imagine on a kingly level, you're gonna look at all the warriors within the land and say, "Yeah,
you want the best men.
There you go.
For your
come
duties,
into my
whether you're a
house."
servant or whether you're a warrior, you want the best men to help
The
the
bakers,
kingdom.
the chef in Egypt. You hear someone makes the best cake ever, or like King David said, give me that water from over there. Like, you're gonna put everything in your house, and then this is, and you see it with ease society today. This is why tourism will be a big thing in different countries, because they're okay. We're renowned for this, so we need to put this guy on a platform. We need to. So when people come to this country, they spend their money.
Or even,
Turkey,
even in the modern day, it'd be brain drain.
yeah,
Because that's why you have like the H1, 2B or whatever in America.
The good immigrants.
Good ones. Because that's why it's like they have a bunch of them Indians going over. Then it's like the tech sector. That's all Indians eating that up. You have like different.
It's like I was gonna add to you if I can, but then what then happens is their home country, which India's a bit different because it's got a lot of people, but in smaller, their progress slows. So it's just a way for Esau to perpetuate that supremacy, because like, look at my country, and it's
we're still the cutting edge. But then really they're just like keeping everyone from building their own industries. Because I think it's like even with China, they try to make their own like Silicon Valley, but then it's like, to really maintain it, you need to be taking the whole world.
And this modern era has allowed that to happen. Because we've got planes and all these things. It's kind of easy for people to move around. Before, these guys that were top dons in their region, they would usually just stay in the region. They might go to another region, but it's not like you could just ship man across the other side of the world. It wouldn't be like that. So knowledge would grow in that particular place. But now America, because it's got the money in that, they can get the best from everywhere and keep them propped up. And then complain, look at these other nations, they're shit. Yeah, but because you're stealing, still stealing from them.
Just,
you know?
this is like a side example. Kanye West, you know, he's been blackballed. He did a show in Europe, in Albania. And it was like he basically built a stadium.
I think
he generated.
I think the government built.
He sided with with the government. They built him a stadium, and he generated like
mad peace,
bare money.
Mad peace.
So it shows you like there's certain things where, you know, if you have ability, they bring about money, and then, you know, a king like we've got with E, he'll just be like, right, I'm gonna take that to myself. And then you have people say, oh, these people, they're rich and what? No, they're workers, they're court jesters for the powers that be. That's all it is.
I've got a quick precept just on that. Ezekiel 28:4, it says, with thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. So that traffic, that, you know, business basically is a means of accruing greater wealth onto himself.
The Hebrew word there is raftalah, which means trade, merchandise, that word for traffic there. So that's how Esau made himself rich, but he took the wisdom that the Lord gave him and he abused it. You know, he abused it. Like the scripture says, knowledge and wickedness is not wisdom. So he's done what he's done to make himself accumulate this wealth, but it's all been by ill-gotten gains. A lot of skullduggery, like the brother said. A lot of fake money. A lot of murdering. So it's still I don't know what Nate's talking about. Bishop Nate said America's not in debt. I couldn't believe it. What? I was like, bro, this guy's not crazy, bro. He said America's not in debt. They just announced the other day it's like 40 trillion in debt. What do you mean it's not in debt? He said America can never be in debt because they print their own money. I was like, bro, is this guy he actually said that in the video. Then he tried to say,
got to get like Howard Shire to Nicodemus.
Then he tried to say Lucifer. Then he tried to say Lucifer was America, bro.
Bloody hell.
It's not even the elites. He just said that Lucifer's America. See, that's America.
Damn.
The merchant city. I was like, bro, this guy's bugging. But America is straight up in debt. that thick clay. It's in Habakkuk the second chapter. That's talking about America. Not talking about the Chinese.
America's the most indebted
That's
nation on the
talking
planet.
about America. Yeah. That's why you think Japan and China will try to get away from it, because they own all their fucking with their debt.
That's been necessary for America, because otherwise America couldn't grow to the size it's grown.
Yeah.
To advance themselves is the way they advance themselves. To buy all these people from these different nations to build their technology, their infrastructure. Because they ain't got the money. The money that they're spending doesn't exist.
Yeah.
In real life. There's not enough gold. And, they just derivatives.
There's not enough
bare
resources.
fakery money going on.
I remember the elder was going into it at the time. I think it's what exorbitant privilege, right? So they've been allowed to being the reserve currency. They've been allowed to just do so much. You know, like you're saying, even like from the government, but to the people. I was thinking about this the other day. Any of you brothers with family back home, right? They're looking at you like, oh, Eric, you got money and this. Is like, no, we live on credit. But of course, they don't. Yeah, they don't understand how we live. Like for them, if they own a car, if they own a TV, that was cash.
Yeah, they don't have a credit system.
They don't have a credit system like that. You know.
Yeah. So he's so corrupting himself with the wisdom. That's why. That's why his kingdom's falling apart, man.
And the funny thing is, it's like, I think since like 2010s, the interest rates were like 0. So there was like a whole decade of just basically free credit where they were able to build, and that's really where you got the illusion. Because it was funny, it was like mid 2010s, like the mindset of the people was completely at pure ease and bliss.
Yeah.
So those people, I remember then it was like you were seeing startups under every rock. There was a guy where it's like, oh yeah, this is it puts the flavor of lemon into when you breathe in. Like that was getting like millions of dollars going into that. They're like, oh yeah, we got just the wackiest ideas because money was free. But it's like since interest rates have gone up, everyone's getting cooked. And it's like even the yen. The yen's been cooked for like the last like 2 years. Like Japan's economy's been cooked from like really from the 90s. Like they never really recovered. But then it's like the currency was like that was at the point where it's completely crumbling.
If I can add, that's why you have all of these layoffs as well. That was one of the many factors, because on that in Silicon Valley, they were basically using that basically free credit to hire up all of these people. And once again, in England, we don't understand the numbers Americans get paid.
I was hearing some of these numbers, bro. It's like they were saying like man are getting 6 figures for like the most basic of tasks,
entry level jobs and that. Whereas like I was saying in the States, with my experience, I'll be half a milli, like that'll be a general paycheck.
You working next to Bill Gates,
right? But it was in America. Those were the kinds of numbers, but that was funded by the free credit that they were getting. So then, when the interest rates went up, all of those companies were now like, all right, this is now too much. It's now expensive, right? So that's why you started seeing the layoffs. But at the same time, they had this product that they were trying to ship to the people, AI. So they say, oh, we're laying off people because of AI. No, they're not. They're laying off people because of the books, but because they're rehiring the same amount of people, but in India and in cheaper places around the world.
I got a precept.
Bring it up.
On that point. This is Ecclesiasticus 13. I'll start from 3. It says, the rich man have done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. The poor is wronged, and he must entreat also. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
No, there's even a saying that being poor is expensive, and it's real shit. Because if you you can be poor and have you can have a parking fine for £80 and you can't afford to pay that, then that shit doubles to 160, then 320, then before you know it, you got bailiffs at your door, then next thing you know you can't pay a medical bill.
Then county court judgment, and then now you can't get more credit in the future when you need it.
Exactly. And you use your travel money to pay for that, then you got no food, then you got to go. No, it's mad. It's a cycle.
You got CCJ?
Sorry, we can't lend to you.
Sorry.
It's a wrap. Yeah, man. Whereas like when you're rich, like even with the AI companies you were talking about, like you got like the big players. You know, like I think over like 40% of America's stock market is propped up by like Microsoft and Google,
the
big tech though. And all they do is that they launder money between each other. Like Microsoft will pay AWS to use their web servers, then AWS will pay Nvidia, then they swap like.
It's a circle.
It's a circle. And it props up the stock, but then
data centers is like, because I think they even said like data centers have been around for forever, but then it's only really with AI that you've had the big push for like put these super duper data centers, and then because of their doing, and then the thing is AI is meant to fund it, But then it's like how AI is going to make that money, no one even knows. So it's basically all, but then it's like that's how Esau's economy's always run. It's really just now a spotlight's being put on it. And
exposed.
Yeah, and then the thing is really the elite are getting ready to end this current monetary system.
The Great Reset.
Everything's going to be digitalized.
Ecclesiastes 12:3 says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened." Right? Grinders cease because there ain't gonna be no jobs. AI is gonna be taking a load of these jobs. Right? Once again, if you're a junior in any particular role, it's peak for you. AI now does that job.
And I can say as well, what even makes it worse on top of the AI, even here as well, and I know America in some is more rounded ways, the government's made it basically it's not even it's not sensible for a company to hire a early career grad, because you still got to be trained and you need time to make mistakes, whereas it's expensive to hire you. And the band between a grad and like the low paid worker that's been 35, 36 with the basic skills isn't that much, because of the fact that now there's higher national insurance as well, the minimum wage is going up. So companies don't have no incentive to hire young people. Like
that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's why you got something. There's a term, doom spending, right? Where basically, it's basically these young folks have been like, well, I'm never gonna own a house. I can't afford a car. I can't afford a family. I can't afford a wedding. Why am I saving? Why am I saving? I'll just spend. I'll just go full Epicurean.
I think they'll saying they'll get in credit cards, they'll get maxing out credit, whatever, because they're like, well, I ain't gonna pay it back, I ain't gonna because there's no place for them in civilization, really. In society, it's kind of done.
People are catching on, man. People are catching on.
That's it.
And all that university shit, guys, everyone's catching on that university is a waste of time. Just getting yourself into mad debt for no reason. A piece of paper.
But this is why they say it's a bubble, isn't it? Because the same things that happened back in Rome. Things got out of control. Eventually things burst and they popped, and things came crashing down on everybody. And this is what we're witnessing, because there's this point that we'll get to hit that everything just fails. Because this system can't sustain like that.
Because once again, if these young folks don't save, I mean, obviously we know this place is done, right? But like, if they can't save, then who's gonna buy the houses?
Even that, if they can't work, who's gonna pay the pensions for the people?
Exactly.
Because all the social support framework basically, because it's Japan's basically experiencing it, where it's like, I think they said the amount of it's already been top heavy, over 40s are the majority, and people aren't dying until they're in their 90s. So it's like all the social support is basically buckling. And then because they still the bulk of the voting base, all the anyone that's trying to address it, they're not going to get voted in, because they're thinking, well, I want someone that's going to make sure I can continue getting my social support. But then it's it basically will get to the point where it's done, and then it's basically just going to. The reality is I don't know why you guys aren't. Well, actually, in Japan they did actually assassinate the prime minister before. But I was like, I don't know why you guys aren't going out there and doing some kind of bad act, because I don't know, where's your future, bro? There is no future.
On top of that, it was what I was saying before, that talent is leaving Japan and working in different places. So it's the young ones are actually leaving anyway.
Because of the working conditions be crazy. Was it 12,
that's, I think, the generation gap between how the old work, because I think they said even before the old companies would never sack you, and you're basically getting hired. You're getting hired for life.
I see that.
The younger people now realizing there's no point in even staying in that role, because I think they have a term for it where you basically get put in a separate place where it's you don't really have to do any work.
It's easy,
But then they just hire you in that position, but you'll never go up. You'll never whatever. But then it's just you'll work and be a detriment to the company forever. But then it's in reality, it's a lot of those things can't be sustained, because that was during the boom, and it was post-war boom. A lot of the US is the same thing. The post-war boom is really what made the American dream, the idea of America, everyone's enraptured with, exist. Before World War II, it was the Dust Bowl, man. That man had the 30s, where it was that was done as a country, but then the war economy basically built them up them having dominion over the world as well. Let them get. They were like, okay, they went to Japan. Oh, well, Japan's gonna deal with us like this. Korea War happened. Okay, then Korea's having to deal with us like this. Then everything's to the benefit of America.
Yes, sir.
But then you had the didn't you have the Bretton Woods
Agreement,
as well
yeah.
in 1944, was it?
Yeah.
Where you had the IMF. They pretty much pegged all the world currencies to the
Oh,
US dollar.
yes.
And then pretty much it was what, for 1 ounce of gold it was like $35. Then you had the Nixon shock, 73, and they pretty much removed the gold standard. You know what I mean?
What
So
a fact,
that's come on, man.
That's
That's
crazy.
So this
That was like international, different countries. It's just like, yeah, we just lost all our gold.
yeah. So where's the gold?
Yeah.
No.
Even when you look at the footage and you see everyone handed in the gold in long lines, you see the guards with the guns and shit. That was a crazy thing that you done, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
draconian.
I've got a precept this on that as well. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations are drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And everyone bought into the system. That's what it's really. It worked to the benefit for everyone for a little while. During the 80s as well, it's like over here with Thatcher and whatnot, Thatcher and Reagan basically building up and then developing like systems where it seemed like, oh, it's just unlimited money fountain. Everyone's able to go out here, make money, do well. But then it's like you go like now, it's like, oh, ending the different what's it called? Ending all the different unions, various different protections and economies. That's the thing with the UK. It's like Brexit, funny enough, is really just the fallout of what happened during the time of Thatcher. Because you're like, oh, we're going to stop production, stop this. We're going to be a service-based economy, which means London's fine, but then everywhere else is a fucking hellhole. You go to some of these sites, bro. You go to Sheffield, there's just, bro. There's wet. Like I'm like, bro. There's nothing out here. Like there's nothing. You just walk in, you're just like, what the hell am I meant to do?
Which goes to show you that they're systematically destroying this country, because the last few things a lot of these smaller British cities had were universities. Right, and who main people funding universities? International students. But they made a whole load of new immigration rules, which means international students, they look at these places less favorably, right? And then when you look at where most of those international students were from, they're from China, and now in that Chinese degree starting to mean something. Because that's another thing Esau did to prop up his kingdom, is he made the English and American degrees mean something, but no one else's did. I remember you used to talk about it. So you can have a Ghanaian who's a top doctor in Ghana, but he comes over here, his paper don't mean anything.
Bro, you gotta get naturalized if you come over here to live. And it's no straight, I'll tell you, if you didn't go to a British university, you could have done the test in English, and the lingua franca is English in Ghana, but you still gotta do an English exam and pay like $2,000 to show you can speak the language. After you know more British history than the average British.
That's part of the racism thing, because you know, them man are lower IQ, so maybe they don't know these things. But them man are smarter than you coming out. It's dumb, but it's just you know, if he's to impose his superiority, you know, you must get my approval first. You know, same with vocab. Oh, you know, we have to get approval from these Christians and these idiots that don't know the scriptures.
I've got a quick preset. I've got 2 more verses on this. It's very quick in and out. Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight.
This is verse 8, Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed.
Right? Because they want America to continue. The average person wants America to continue and grow and be better than ever. Right? But if you're a Christian, that's the wrong fucking mentality to have, man. Because you're meant to be wanting the kingdom of heaven. Right? America is not the kingdom of heaven, man. You fucking Christians are hypocrites, man. Right? You're fucking hypocrites. Because America has to be destroyed.
Exactly.
For the kingdom to come in, America has to be destroyed, man. Right? There should be nobody in America should be wanting America to continue. Because you're all meant to be Christians and shit, right? Nobody should be wanting that. But here is all trying to hold on to what they got in America. Oh yeah, what the, you know, because all they want is shit for themselves. And the better America does, the better they do.
Yeah.
That's all it is. They don't care about the kingdom.
Yep. Which that's a part of that wine.
Exactly.
You know, they've embraced westernization. Basically, they've embraced the so-called white man's way of life.
Yeah.
That's what it is, Americanization. You know, that's why everywhere you go, oh, there's a KFC here, there's a McDonald's there. That's crazy. You know, there's a Wendy's here. You know, it's Americanization. And that's why now what nations are now becoming mad, because they actually realize, hold on a minute, we've been fucking inebriated. We've been intoxicated. They've woken up. I remember Elder Apostle Ramlab saying they woken up from that drunken stupor, and now they got a badass hangover.
That's it. Yeah.
You know,
Again, it's the witchcraft. It's the illusions. You know, the charm that America presented itself. You know, when it really is dirty and it's disgusting. But people believe in the dream.
Yeah.
The American dream, people believe in that, man. And they want that dream to come to fruition. So they're gonna keep going along with America too. They get what they want out of America, man. But it's over. Fucking America's over, man. That's why all this shit we've been talking about just now, man. That's why they've been talking so much about universal basic income, man.
Yeah.
There's a reason why there's been all these studies and these trials over the last 10 years or whatever about how to implement universal basic income, man. Because they ain't got no work for you, man. They ain't got no way to make you live how you live.
There's no future.
No future.
Oh, Georgia Gaston.
Yeah.
They want to get rid of the population. No gates. They got no. They already built up what they need to build up. Now they got the digital age. Now they think they're a god. Omnipresent, omniscient. They got all the data and all that. They don't need you. They just to chip the certain people and keep them as slaves. That's the plan.
That's what they got. The concentration camps are by the ready.
Right.
That's why the sword is being sharpened. That's why they're doing Jade Helm, Rex 84. That's why they're doing all these fucking urban warfare drills. They're getting ready to just put you in them guillotine, just off your head.
When Trump came in, like the first thing he did was like the police force, ICE. He had that developed swiftly.
They've been complaining about that recently as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
A lot of the ICE
in DC, they don't want them out there no more.
Been locking them up at 60,000 or more, and they're just supposed to, because they're supposed to be taking them back to the border, but they're keeping them in them cages and they're living through like the craved positions and unclean place, sanitary places, unsanitary. They're saying that women are getting vaginal diseases as growing because they're giving them the same underwears to wear, different people's underwears. That's all this fucked. Mexicans are getting it over there. Northern Kingdom, man.
Then they say they're giving them electric gloves.
Yeah, I was gonna
as
say,
well.
electric
shock gloves,
bro.
Shocking them.
So what's that thing in X-Men? Not X-Men, Spider. He had
Spider-Man. So they're getting. That's Jacob's trouble, but it's gonna intensify.
I've got something. I was talking about work. Says Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
So they're telling you that there's no work in the future, basically, right? But they're trying to nice you off by saying, "Oh, don't worry, we got this other plan being sorted. Yeah, we're just gonna give you universal basic income, and so you ain't got to worry about actually working. We know we're destroying your job. We know we're making your life a misery. You can't earn money, but we're gonna just give you money, right? Through now this digital system that we've got going now. We can give you these digital currencies now. We can do this with it. We can do that with it. And we can make sure that you can go and get your groceries, right? So people were like, well, if they're gonna do that, that's all right, But it's just a way to transition you to take the mark of the beast.
Solid green. Just like solid green.
That's what it is. Oh, they thought about this. They know we're suffering, but they got something in their work. No, it's just to get you to take the mark of the beast, man. Because that's like we just said, they don't really want you to be here. You think that they just want to give you this money for free? No, it comes at a cost. And the less humans on the earth, the better it is for them. There's less to control, need to control.
Even with these different social programs they set up over time, it's really allowed them to pass certain laws to establish certain baselines, and then in future. And the thing is everything on a scale. You look at where it's heading to, it's all going towards that mark. So then you think, oh, they're doing, why? Okay, why is it they establish? It's like the NHS. So, why did we establish the NHS? But then it's one of those things that can be utilised as a tool. It's something that it's like that was a big part of Brexit. They were saying, oh, 350 mil to the NHS. Everyone's thinking, oh, when I get my it get fixed and whatnot after Brexit, then I ain't gonna be waiting for like 9 months.
Lines got longer.
Yeah,
all the people that were working there, not here.
All them foreign nurses and that gone now.
I've got a preset. First Maccabees 8 and 4, and that by their policy and patience they had conquered all the place, though it were very far from them. And the kings also that came against them from the uttermost part of the earth till they discomfited them, and given them a great overthrow, so that the rest did give them tribute every year. But the point being is that policy and patience was used by this ain't talking about the Romans when the Esau was in control, but it's formative in what was brought forth into Esau's rulership as the Roman
Esau just
Republic.
reuses the other things that other nations
There
done in
you
the
go.
past.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
he
yeah.
recycles that stuff.
There you go.
You know, with more devilish undertones to it.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's to take choice and options away from you, man. Because if you can't go to work to earn your own money, then you've got no other option than to take money from the government.
Yeah.
And if that's the only option you've got, then they can easily tell you, well, if you want to receive that, you're going to have to take this mark. And then what do you do? But you've got no other options.
And the thing is, these people are more, if they've been, this is the thing, he puts everything on Front Street, on the main stage. Fauci getting up there and no commenting and everything. He basically showed you that with all the hoopla and, you know, everything that happened during 2020 to 2022 with the Novid and that, they basically twisted their arm to take that vaccine. But now it's come out that it was no good for you. So now everyone's aware of it, but a lot of people are, you know, going dumb at the air and saying like, I don't care. But this shows you when they come to bring about everything they're gonna set into play, that you already know what they're about. And they can look at you, you know, and tell you a bold face, like, not even lie to you, just tell you like, look, this is where it is. You gotta do this, or you know, you're fucked basically.
Because when you're saying it, these people, they know they got messed up, but there's that quote from that film, man. It's Andre 3000 in it, and he's basically like, when you get Revolver.
Yeah, I watched that last week.
I forget the quote, but it's basically like when people they don't want to admit that they've been.
You know, they'll protect their best friend with all they've got, because if they admit that they've basically accepted a lie, then they have to accept they're stupid.
Exactly. And that's these people.
They always move they always move the goalpost.
You're only stupid if you stay stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to wise up at some point that I made a mistake. You know, because that what you guys, you know, had implanted into you, you know, during that time, man, was kind of crazy. And to this day, it's not been approved.
And that's it's like the way they were forcing it. I'm like, bro, they had it through social media. I remember, bro, everyone would get it and then post on social media. Oh yeah, I got mine. That everyone was like, you had celebrities coming out saying, "Oh, go get it." Yeah, bro, it was like the push was insane.
Pizza, donuts, free
Man
pizza.
said, "Oh, I lost my job. I was working at airport. I lost my job," and it was like 3 weeks later or something when they said, "Oh, it's no longer mandatory." Then he got paid. But then imagine how many people that would have just folded and taken it, not knowing in a few weeks they could have got the fattest paycheck of their life.
And where is that disease now?
Bro, it's
I know people are still getting diagnosed with it. I'm not saying I'm not ignorant to that, but I'm just saying, like, is it a crisis? No, it's not.
They got downgraded back to a flu.
No, they didn't. Was it necessary? Not really.
And it's funny because people still get the flu one yearly, but then that's not joining the same thing. It's not even being recommended like that.
No.
Then it's
The
very
vid just disappeared.
And I'm like, bro, flu's already like. I was like, bro, it's like, if I get the flu, is it really that bad? Unless you're like up in age or whatever.
And you know, even with the flu as well, like there's like, I think there's numerous different strains of the flu as well, but there's like 4 main ones, and they when it's flu season, they try and do their left-hand science and try to predict which strain they need to allegedly protect you for, but they never figure that out. Well, how the hell are they gonna then figure out how to protect you from CV in 6 months? Like they
Yeah, but you know why? Because the one that they put you is living. It's alive, innit? So it can you know, evolve and do whatever to attack the ones that's
Bro,
gonna.
I remember when they said, "Oh
protein
yeah,
spikes and shit.
bro," it's like man said like, "Oh yeah, you're never gonna get it again after you get it." Then it was like 2 weeks later, it was like, "Oh yeah, man said man can get it. Oh, actually, you can get it again."
It doesn't make you
So,
immune.
oh, actually, yeah, it just makes it so you can fight. But I was like, bro, the way they'll flipping it,
gymnastics,
folding into
man.
petrol ships.
You know, and you got Boris talking shit to us. I'm like, bro, shut up, man. Man's having a party after House of Lords.
Well, it was blank checks for these pharmaceutical companies. It was blank checks. So of course they were like, look, man, we've got them on a roll. Might as well, new strain, and they started giving them Omicron.
So I swear that's a transformer.
Oh man.
Oh, you got an Optimus Prime?
Got a quick one. This is
Esau's got to go.
Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn sore.
Esau is not our protector. He ain't trying to help you. He ain't trying to do any of that, man. He's just trying to deceive you, man. That's it. You know, so he can destroy you. That's it.
He's had that same MO from forever as well.
Yeah.
Because all these nations, really, go back in history, how's Esau dealt with? Bro, who's the nation where Esau went to them and he dealt with them nicely and kindly and was nothing but a benefit to them? Even his own people, he ain't dealing with like
the
that.
selflessness of it. Yeah. Esau ever been selfless? No.
Well, his whole aim is to have you, like even Morpheus said it in Matrix. Listening, Neo, because many of these people, Neo, are so hopelessly dependent on this. They'll fight. So these people are actually out here fighting to protect this. That's actually what they're involved. They're invested in this system. That's why they got AI making new vaccines now. You know, or anti-Vs. That's what they got AI making it now. BBC News just did a video on that.
They said they've got like the one they're doing trials on now. I think it's a cure for cancer as well.
Yes.
I was like, bro, it's like I've watched I Am Legend. I already watched the intro to I Am Legend. I know what's going on, bro.
T-virus.
When some zombie, some Resident Evil, some Umbrella Corp motherfucking zombies start going around. Then it's fucking it, bro. Then it's because I was like, bro, it's like cure for thinking. I was like, bro, I don't trust that for shit.
Yeah, you start mutating and
oh, grow a second arm, like a third arm, like
what's going on? But yeah, that's it, man.
It's a man spider and shit.
They'll poison you, and then they'll say you've got the antidote.
The book of Psalms 94 and 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which premise mischief by the law?
Mischief by the law. Esau's forcing you to do these things. So he threatened you with your job, he threatened you with lots of benefits, healthcare and things like this. He's really, because he really wants you to bow. He wants you to bow, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
They got on the news, I remember, it was even here in the US, and they said you were a traitor to your country if you don't take your national security threat.
Man was saying you should die. You should die, because you put everybody else with
Bro, they're saying don't give them the breathing things, whatever, I can't remember. They're saying, oh, don't give rest things. I'm like, bro, you guys are crazy.
Jimmy Fallon? I think that geezer on his show, he was like, he basically was saying, everyone would go, they were all clapping. You know?
It's like crazy bloodlust or something, man. That man really hated, man, didn't want to risk their lives.
It became an idol.
Crazy.
That V became an idol, man.
Yeah, this is.
That's the thing, but they're directly on TV to convince others to move the same way, to think that way about you. You know? I say Esau's trying him, bro.
The same people you're talking about in the Matrix. Any one of them could turn into an agent.
That's it.
That's right.
A lot of people turn into agents that day.
I got a precept.
Yep.
Sirach chapter 12 verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Right, so you have to understand that when you're dealing with the so-called white man, who is Esau, right? Who is the enemy of all mankind. Right? Not even just Islam, all mankind is the enemy too. Right? He got nothing good planned for you, man. When you left to his own devices, he will only do wickedly. Only, right? So when he does, when he comes out with something like it sounds like he's trying to help, don't believe that. There's another motive at play.
That's it.
That he ain't speaking of. And then if everyone does speak up against it, oh, it's a conspiracy theory or they're crazy or something, you know?
It's a Kwan. I thought he was going to say something.
Oh, I got a precept.
Okay.
Luke chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. So that's that divided energy that you see in the earth. But even with the jump shot, people were divided over that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't taking it. You know what I'm saying? People were divided over that. Grassing on people that were leaving their houses. You know, clapping for the NHS. That collective. Come on, man. That was some real. That was creepy as hell. Every Thursday night, everyone's with the pots and pans. It was like, and they're showing you that it's becoming more Orwellian. Like it's becoming like if you don't bow the knee to the state, then pretty much you are an enemy of it. And they will come and hunt you down, but they'll get the people to shut you in. You see? Why aren't you clapping? Why aren't you clapping, mate? But that's the division, right?
I was telling neighbours, snitch on your neighbour if they're going out and they're
and we only need key workers. Right?
Oh,
you see? Only need key workers. If you're not a key worker, you don't go work. It's getting you kind of the idea that only certain men work. Other men don't work. Right? Everybody else is on what will be universal basic income or whatever. Everybody else don't work.
Basically,
that's it. You know? So there's a lot of foreshadowing what went on during that time period, man. You know, but like I said, that was like a test run of sorts
Yeah.
to what's going to be going on.
Including the fraud.
Oh yeah,
The fraud, that was a big thing. I remember you thinking about it. I was like, yeah, because it's like, well, last time you lot couldn't be trusted, right? So now we need to digitize everything, make sure that we know who is getting what money and when. You know?
Yeah, man, I remember that Matt Hancock guy.
Yeah, he was just throwing money away.
Bounce back.
The bounce back loans.
Dominic Cummings.
Yeah.
And they're all under, and the thing is, no one's resurfacing that shit. They're hidden somewhere, chilling, counting money, just.
Reset. Oh, you got This is Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath got a short time.
Right, so all things have been speeding up, man. And like I said, you've had all these events taking place. There's a lot's happened in recent times. Let's be real about it. And like I say, Esau's pushing on. He ain't stopping, he's pushing on. He's relentless with it. You know, because like I say, he on a tight time scale, man. He has to get things done before the Lord turns up, man. You know, but obviously, inevitably, you know, it's going to be run according to prophecy. So he's going to get a certain amount done, you know, but then the Lord's going to turn up.
He has to get it done because that's the only way we can keep moving to the next stage. He has to go far beyond what he's doing now, just basically total depravity, total rage, and just try and take out the nation of Israel one last time. And the Lord's just going to step in, man, and deliver the elect.
But this is the futility of it, right? Esau automatically wins if he's able to get the elect to take them off.
But he can't.
He can't do that. If it were possible, right? So he can get bloody, you know, he can get 6 billion people chipped.
Boris and his brother definitely.
That ain't no win. That's not the condition of the win.
I hate them two motherfuckers.
You can't. You ain't gonna win just because you got bare man chipped, right? Because the elect are going to be saved. They're going to be delivered, man. They'll be kept away from your evil hands. Right. So therefore, you're gonna lose.
Yep.
You're always gonna lose.
You lose. Good day, sir.
Oh shit. Was it Charlie?
Willy Wonka?
Yeah. You lose.
Good day, sir.
Yep.
Now this is Job chapter 5 verse 11. To set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Yeah, and that's on their $1 bill. Nuevus Coeptus, Novus Ordo Seclorium, announcing the birth of our enterprise, new order, new secular order, or new order of the ages. That's what they wanted to accomplish. Since, like brother was saying, since 1776, May 1st, this is what they wanted. This is what the whole, them coming over to the New World was all about. Them accomplishing the New World Order. The Mazzini letters and all that, the 3 World Wars. This is all pre-planned, man. Because they basically mimic the Heavenly Father on the left-hand side. They think they can do what the Heavenly Father do and rewrite history, but in their false image, and that's why they want to merge man with machine, because they think they can, you know, do what the Heavenly Father
they're being
did.
led by the Heavenly Father.
Yeah.
On the left-hand side.
That's what it is, and they're jealous.
They're being led, so it's not like they're doing anything that the Most High not expecting.
You know what I'm saying?
know? The
So
Most
all
High
that-
has got them doing what He wants them to
Exactly.
do, to lead them to where He wants them to be.
To fulfill His will.
That's right.
And they've been trying to get that blessing this whole time.
Yeah, they can't get
Babylonian
that.
captivity, they were there. You know, Haman, he was there. They
Yeah.
were always there trying to put our downfall, man.
One way or another.
Antiochus,
Yeah.
you know, 70 AD, all of that.
But the game's fixed.
Yeah, it's
The
game
game's
fixed.
fixed.
It's always rigged. It's rigged.
You ain't meant to win.
It's rigged.
That's it.
Establish his bounds.
That's it.
It says Israel shall do valiantly, right?
That's right.
So we was always gonna win anyway.
I remember years ago, Scott, and you was like, the house always wins, and this is the Most High's house.
Exactly right. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, man, it's rigged.
Well, there's nothing you can do about that. You know, but this is why you're deemed as a fool, because you think you can somehow defeat these odds that were never in your favor ever.
Yeah, that's funny. You know, like he said, the house always wins, and then odds are never in his favor. So he was basically like a gambler, trying everything. Spins. I'm gonna do this.
Yep.
And then-
Lands on Israel every time.
Oh, it's like Doctor Strange, isn't it? When you're trying to find out a different outcome.
Yeah.
To stop Thanos from winning the war.
I do it, yeah. I wouldn't even say it lands on Israel all the time. He's been getting fucked up, innit?
Hey,
He's
yeah.
hitting. He's getting intoxicated by it.
he's
Yeah,
hitting.
he's getting intoxicated.
yeah,
Then all of a sudden, bigger.
He's like, yeah, man. I got this. I got that. I got my
He's
chip.
hitting right now.
Market is
Yeah.
and then it just gets
Yeah, that last bet, that last,
And then that last all in.
yeah, that last bet all in.
That last
That's
all in,
it.
man. It's gonna
It's
break
over.
him.
That's it. Back to zero, bro.
What does
You got
the
hit
say?
with the Thanos.
We shall make a speedy riddance. You know what I mean? And Satan is born as lightning. You know what I mean? Like, it's
You
like,
won't lose everything, man.
it's gonna be one day.
Yeah, it says that.
That's a dude that's banked everything up. Yeah.
In 1 hour up, in 1 hour he's gonna lose everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically an hour.
You know what? That's actually because it's like the house will do that to you to
Yeah,
get you hooked, to get you comfortable.
Yeah, tea.
They'll let you. Yeah. Here's a free bottle of champagne. Oh, they really love me.
Their encouragement. Yeah. God is with you.
Written in the stars.
Until it's not worked out.
That's it.
You're just cooked. You're just broke.
Yeah.
Hebrews 12:16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Yeah, natural born gambler, man.
Yeah. He take it on for real. Yeah, because like Cain knew the way of righteousness, but he gambled on his own team.
He's a chance taker, bro.
He take it.
You got to rate it in some way, but it's dumb.
It's dumb. He was like, you know what? I mean, even though he was told what to do,
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah. And that bet didn't cash. Didn't
cash in at all, bro.
Even Esau.
Man got mad about it. Like, what the hell?
Even Esau. Well, this birthright, it ain't that deep.
Yeah.
He was gambling.
And he found the real value.
And then he gambled wrong.
Yeah.
Dark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Man didn't care to look into the value of it, and he saw the real value, and he was like, oh,
yeah.
that's the thing. Like, that's what it is. That's why even like, you know when you get them jakes in Africa, like spying a little pile of gold, and all of a sudden you got Edomites over there in that country, like, oh, like, when they think it's just a wasteland, and then they find out it's got wealth, and it's like, oh, actually,
And like,
we're bringing democracy as well. Like.
And like it's spiritual, like in terms of Jacob had really like inside information, which is really the spirit. He's like, man, that birthright, that's what I want. I'm getting that. You know what I mean? Like
That's worth something.
Yeah. And guess what?
Like, where the meat at, man?
And guess what? When the Lord comes, comes with his chariots and angels, establishes the kingdom. That's when that bet is cashed in. But really, the Lord had set it up from the beginning. It's a rigged game. It's a rigged
The vision's for an appointed time.
Yeah, it's a rigged game.
And the Lord deals with that because he did it with Job.
Yeah.
Wages.
Yeah.
Well, see, even the vision's the key thing. 'Cause that's really with Hollywood what Esau's trying to manipulate. It's his vision. He's got Independence Day. He's got his little movies where he gets the W. Or he's trying to manifest it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then the reality of it is the true vision is really only for the elect.
So, and even what I always say is like, it's not even a vision; it's an imagination. It's something that they've imagined within their mind. You know, it's not real. You know, a vision is something that's actually, it's set in stone. This is a figment of your imagination. You see, it's like you can sit there and say, think of Pokemon. I ain't seen no Pokemon. You're just taking a squirrel and then, let me do this or let me do that. It's not real, right?
You ain't played Pokemon Go, huh?
I'll go a quick precept.
What is that?
This is Proverbs 16 and verse 33. The lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord. And in the NLT it says, we may throw a dice, but the Lord determines how they fall.
So chance don't really exist. It don't exist. All these odds don't really exist. The Most High is a manipulator of your chance, of your luck.
Yeah. In terms of Jacob, you know Jake, it's a rigged dice game, man. It's rigged.
Adrian Broner's
That's right. It's rigged, bro. It's rigged. Oh man, it's rigged.
The only thing that exists at the end of the day is the will of the Lord. Right? And that is certain. So there's no chance in here. You know what I'm saying? So you might think on the ground here, like, well, there's a chance this could happen, there's a chance that could happen, and the odds is this and that. But ultimately, the Most High has decided the outcome.
Where the odds gonna go?
Yeah.
You just play it out.
Yeah.
and we know that those odds are enough.
I mean, I didn't know Man United was on the news yesterday. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I know, man. I didn't know, man.
Phone call made.
But the most I knew is what I was going to say. The most I knew they were going to lose. I didn't know that.
So the angel got sent like 3 months ago to make that happen. Fuck his knees up.
I pulled that 3-0 Arsenal, man, but you know, I didn't bet, man.
You never know. We don't know, right? We don't know. So we don't, I don't have to bet them things there because I don't like losing money.
They lost me money every time, bro.
Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
Right, and that's why we know for certainty, the things that are going to happen. How are they going to happen? The way the Most High wants it to happen. Because the Most High is in control. Right, so this is what gives us confidence, man, because it's not really down to what we think. It's just what the Most High will is, where it's going to be.
Exorcist.
Right? So we're not worried about, but what if Esau does this, or what if he develops some new type of weapon? That ain't going to happen. We know it's not going to happen. It's not written.
And that's why the Lord said, don't be frightful, don't fear. But obviously it's going to be hard times, people going to be bugging out. But these average people out here, they're really going to be losing their minds, like savage mode, acting like crazy monkeys in the street, fighting tooth and nail for the last loaf of bread on the shelf and all that. But because we got the upper hand, the foreknowing, and knowing what these are prophecies that the Lord said are going to happen, we're supposed to be like in that same mindset.
Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
We're supposed to be more stable in the mind and just be like, let the Lord do his thing, because this needs to happen, man. It's a necessary evil.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's not going to touch the Lord's elect, because we done what we were supposed to do, the labouring of love. And the Lord said if you do the work, he's going to protect you in the end. So, my servants shall eat. So when these people out here starving, the Lord said our servants are going to eat, they're going to be satiated, they're going to be okay.
That's right.
That's why we have to have faith, man. And don't be fearful like these other, people out here are going to be bugging out.
This is Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform
their enterprise.
And that's it. Not going to succeed.
Yeah.
As much as the power he has and the influence, the wealth, the resources that he has, he's still not going to succeed.
He's not going to get that
even
far.
though he has the upper hand right now.
That's it.
Because the Most High is not going to allow him to complete what he's planning to do.
That's what it is. And the Lord said he's going to cut the time short anyway. You had the ancient Babylonians, they were supposed to rule for a certain amount of time. And the Lord said he was going to cut the time short by a couple of years, and he did it. It
was even in the book of Malachi where he said, the Edomites said, we're going to rebuild. And the Lord said, you should rebuild.
And I throw that
down. So you're going to get all the way to this point and fail. Because most I don't want you to rule the earth forever. There's no way.
Yeah, if he wanted you to continue, if he wanted you to continue to rule, he'd let you rule.
Exactly.
But he said, now your time's up.
That's it.
My people are going to rule now, and we're going to rule forever.
Well, he has on the back at the top of the pyramid, a new Coeptus. Our enterprise is crowned with success. But the Lord said, look, what does it say in Job?
I ain't favoring shit.
I ain't favoring shit. So that's that's his imagination.
That he's Satan,
Yeah, that's it.
Satan,
Yeah, in Psalms 2 it says he's got a fake heart. Took the words out of my mouth.
Psalms 2:1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Vanity. Because it's futile, man. It's like you're trying to do everything in your power to stay in power, but the Lord's already put you on a time clock where your shit, as soon as that hour comes, you're done. That's why the Lord said there's an hour and a day and a time. He's just going to pull the plug on you, man. And then when 1 hour, he's going to send them nukes. No matter what Trump does, he's not going to be able to avoid World War III. And everything he's doing right now, everything he's doing right now is just leading him more and more deeper down that rabbit hole where they're going to be in World War III. Because he's saying he wants peace, but then he's declaring to bring ground troops and all that. That's not peace. That's increasing the war.
The Lord even said he's going to take you out in an hour.
1 hour.
You're going to be in power during that moment in time, but the hour is going to come, and in that hour, you ain't got no power no more.
Speedy riddance.
Yeah.
Speedy riddance, man.
It's just like what happened to Babylon, man.
Yeah.
When the writing came on the wall, within that same thing, you're gone.
Yep.
So the Lord's nothing to be played around with, man.
That's it. I was
Once
watching.
I want you out, you're out.
Get out, man.
You know, that's it.
I got one. Daniel 2:45. For so much as thou sawest the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and then break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great Most High hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter.
So this represents that there's no more rulership of the heathen.
That's it.
The heathen had their time, it had the dominions and the rulerships and that, but now that's all done now.
Toast.
That's why the scripture say that the kingdom shall not be left to other people. It's not going to be left to the nations. This kingdom that's going to be set up is going to be the everlasting kingdom being ruled by Yahushua and the Israelites, man. His people.
Yeah, because in the start of that verse there, it says in the time of these kings, the Lord's going to set up his kingdom on earth. His people, you know.
It says, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure.
Certain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 100%.
Yeah.
You know? No gray areas, no vague, no vagueness.
Yeah.
Right? And I was in a dream.
Yeah.
It was
That's what
in a
said,
dream. And it was
inter-
certain.
And the interpretation
You know?
was sure.
That's it.
Like, it wasn't a matter of, actually, no, what it meant, it really was Esau.
Yeah.
Really, it was,
Yeah.
the
It could,
iron
it
and
could be another
miry
way,
clay.
it could mean this, it could mean that.
Yeah.
No, this is what it means. This is what's gonna happen. Right? And we're living through those errors now. Okay, we're now at the clay feet, clay and iron toes. You know? And this place is breaking down. As it's supposed to.
Yeah.
You know?
Peace out.
Yeah. See what's next.
This is Job 20:4. And knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dog. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as the vision of the night. The eye which also saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place behold him. So in terms of Esau, man, like really, in the grand schemes of eternity, man, this is a really short time. Like, this is a very short period of time he's ruled.
Half a millennium.
You know what I mean? And it's like, even when his so-called, his so-called plans, because really it's down to the law, but when his so-called NWA agenda comes to pass to a certain point, bro, he's not even getting, it's gonna be like, it's not even gonna be a millisecond. Like in the scheme of like time, it's not even gonna be a second. So really, he's done.
He's done.
You know what I mean?
Footnote in history, bro.
That's it.
Yeah, man. Is you finished or is you done? Like, you're just done.
Did you get going?
Yeah. You know. So he has no hope. And then it says his place shall no longer behold him, because guess what, bro? His land, whatever like inheritance he does have with his land, it ain't going to. You know what I mean? It's going to Judah.
That's right.
It's funny, man. When this guy's literally going to be slavery like in his own land. Oh, this is mine, man. This is freedom, it's mine. Nah.
Shut the cave.
No, but this is mine, Harry. This is mine. Look, if you go back. Listen, mate. Slavery.
Hey, I'm like,
Charge
remember that birthright? Sold it.
You sold it.
Exactly.
It's mine now.
You know the funniest thing, all of the double speak and the swerving, all of that's not gonna matter. Like now you question the Edomite about something and he'll just try and give you like a politician's answer around it. All of that is just gonna be.
You might not do too much talking in the kingdom anyway.
Just the basic Hebrews.
Khan, La'a, other one.
I ain't gonna be enough. I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna be a con machine. That's what otherwise, I'm gonna talk to this rod. Bash their heads in.
I think what they're gonna know is Khan. Sorry. That's all they need to know.
That's all you're saying until you're like 10, 13 years old. Like, you don't need nothing else.
Khan, other one, Salak, other one.
Especially these Baconite Brits. You know when they go into slavery, man, it's gonna be funny, man. Oh, mate, can't do it.
Union, like. Union with my scepter. That's
Isaiah 45:17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
Beautiful.
He shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
Yeah,
And
and that
reading
word
NLT
world
as well.
there, that
It
word
says-
world there is talking about age. It's not talking about, you know, the cosmos or the actual whole world itself. It's talking about time period. In the Hebrews, Ayawalam.
It says it.
Yeah, Ayawalam, which means a perpetual time of rulership. And in the Greek, it's aeon, which means the same thing basically.
But if you ask Nate, he'll tell you, man, that, you know,
Nate-
that gone for a little while.
Yeah.
And then Magog is going to come out from nowhere.
Nate would just say that's the whole world.
Banding,
That just means the whole world.
Dumb.
Reading NLT version. It's NLT, Isaiah 45:17. It says, "But the Lord will save the people of Israel with eternal salvation throughout everlasting ages. They will never again be humiliated and disgraced."
Never again.
Never again.
So Magog ain't going to do shit.
Yeah,
We're not going to go into captivity again.
yeah.
Okay, the Lord is not going to punish us in sight of the nations no more.
Yeah, after 1,000
Won't need
years.
to.
Innit?
Because once Esau goes down, that's it.
That's it, man.
He ain't like, he's not in power because of him. So it ain't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's a threat because of him.
Yeah.
He's only a threat because he got blessed with the sword.
Like, people acting like he saw some superior god, like he can always
Yeah.
bounce back. He's not coming back into power, man. Once he goes, he's gone, man. That's it.
That's it. Job said, among the bushes they brayed.
Yeah, man. The cave monkeys, man.
Cave monkeys, man.
They ain't coming back into no damn power, man. This ain't no Khazarian Part 2 empire, man. Coming out of the caves back into rulership. And then there's the Moors that put them back into society, civilize them and all that. We ain't gonna do that. We're gonna civilize them with the rod of iron. That's what the brother was saying. We're gonna hit them with the rod of iron on their heads, man. Dash their little children to pieces, man.
Man's acting like these guys gonna go in the cage and have a guy.
Make a plan, yeah.
Computer and the laboratory.
They think it's Iron Man. You remember
Yeah,
Iron Man,
yeah,
Iron
yeah,
Man
yeah,
1?
yeah,
Where he's in his cave.
In the cave making iron.
You know what? He's got a couple of pebbles and it turns into a suit. And
Bro.
he's got rocket launchers. That's
Stark
not
in it, price.
Batcave utility belt.
Yeah, innit? Yeah, he's gonna have a
Batcave.
Oh, it's Elon Musk, innit? Because he thinks he's
yeah.
Stark, innit? So he's gonna be in the caves, creating a little weapon and all that.
He ain't got a Christmas Stark, man.
Fucking that guy's gonna be in torture mode in the kingdom, man.
That's it.
Elon Musk.
And brother's got spiritual power.
But Robert Downey Jr. is way smarter than him.
Yeah, that's it. He's sort of done.
Esau's free, man. Once he goes down, that's it. He's nothing superior or benevolent about these devils. They're just another being on the earth that the Lord gave power, man. And he's taking that power away from them, man.
It's good to say the Most High sets up the nations, man. Puts them in power. So he gives them some type of advantage over another kingdom, man. It's always been this way.
We've had greater kingdoms than America. Yeah, Babylonia and all that. Yeah, hey, first Babylon was greater than America.
That's why he was there to go.
Yeah.
You know?
You're the bottom, you're the basis, you're the feet of it. So how's your empire gonna just thrive forever and ever? Esau's just always gonna stay in power? No, man. That's that white supremacy shit.
he got
You
spirit
gotta get
IQ
that
up.
Stockholm syndrome out of your mind, man.
How does Edom beat people that are born?
Exactly.
Can't be a god.
He beat a god, yeah.
You have Frank Ocean sing a song. What's a God to a non-believer? I will show you.
No church in the world.
That's it. This is Psalm 75 and 6. 6 says, "For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another."
Okay, so that's what he laid out in Daniel. He laid out, look, these are the kingdoms I'm going to put in place.
Yeah.
Right, because these, they're part of our punishment, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right, these other nations being put over because really it should have been us. Right, but see, this is the Most High's plays, his movie, so this is how it's going to play.
Yeah, you know them ones when you go Elamite in a position of power over you, man, and just looking at them. That's punishment, man. That's hell.
That's hell, man.
We said earlier, humiliation.
Yeah.
Humiliating. These are humiliating things. Because as great as we are, we don't benefit from nothing. So we got people that are less than us telling us what to do.
Looking down on
You know?
us and all.
And this is why, in the book, book of Ezra and things like that, we're looking at these heathens like, these men are fucking trash.
Yeah, Ezra said,
Evil, wicked,
"How
but
long shall
but
this
they're still doing better.
endure?"
Yeah. And that's how we all feel, man, because we're all fucking tired of this place,
That's
man.
it.
Yeah.
You know, having to deal with the same fucking bullshit all over again for what reason when we know this place is going to be destroyed. If it wasn't for the fact that we had to, the Lord's put us in a position to work for our bread and stuff like that, we wouldn't be fucking doing nothing here. Do you know what I mean? You go work and do this for you, so fucking file your taxes, fucking get your license and all these things. You got to jump through so much fucking hoops just to fucking operate in this place, man.
Yeah.
It's tiring.
Verse 8 says, "For in the hand of Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slavery, man. We had to drink the dregs.
Yeah.
Esau, you're gonna drink them
Esau
dregs,
fully
man.
thinks he deserves a happy ending, bro.
Yeah.
One more.
And like, how is it possible after all the wickedness that you do? How do you deserve a happy ending?
Hmm?
You're not even the chosen of the Lord. We drank the cup.
Yeah, yeah.
They gave you a job, huh?
English,
Come on, man.
They built roads.
You're gonna build fucking roads.
Pave of gold.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've got another one on that. It says Jeremiah 49:12.
Yeah.
"For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk."
That's us, the children of Israel. Because we're meant to be the righteous on the earth. We're the Lord's chosen people. But we fucked up. And that's something that we've got to acknowledge. Right? To understand our plight here, why we're here in the first place. You know?
Yeah.
That's part of the requirements of coming back to the Lord, to acknowledge your own sins and the sins of our forefathers.
Yeah.
You know? So that's something the elect and the elect do. Right?
That's
The rest of our
yeah.
people are not concerned about all of that.
That's the
You know?
reconciliation, isn't it?
That's right.
That's why the second covenant is only for the children of Israel. No other nation can get involved with that. Because we're the only ones that went off, and we have to be reconciled back to the Heavenly Father through the slaying of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai. He spilled his blood for his people, man. That was the prophecy. We're going to save his people from their sins. It didn't say the whole world, the whole earth. It's not talking about all nations on the earth. It's talking about the nation of Israel.
It says, "And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it."
So do you think you're going to get away when the Lord's children didn't get away? No, punishment for sin is punishment, man. You're going to get punished for doing wickedness. You know? And you've done it more than most.
Uh-huh.
All right? And so you're going to have to drink that cup as well, but you're going to stay down.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing, the difference between us and you is that we've been given mercy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it
no
really
mercy
comes
for
down to.
Quick precept. This is James 2:13. "For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment."
It makes me think about the parable of the rich man. Lazarus speaks about when he was in, being comforted, and how he was hoping to get him to dip his finger in the water. He ain't gonna get no mercy, man.
He was in Lazarus's
Abraham's bosom.
his tent.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And
Yes.
And that parable just shows you, man, in the kingdom, man, you're going to be suffering, man. And there ain't going to be no letdown. No one's going to let you have mercy on you in any way, shape or form. Right? You're going to catch it raw.
Yeah.
The way that he's gotten used to these heathen nations revering him, that ends here.
Mandatory, all that
You
kind of
know.
bullshit. Everyone's going to fucking hate you, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to hate you in the kingdom.
All the nations.
Mm-hmm.
Scripture says, "He shall put his anger upon me. I lay my vengeance upon Esau by the hand of my people Jacob." Man. So you know now that Jake, you remember that time? I think it was lockdown. Remember all the riots? You know the protests.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. No.
Threw the Edomite on his back.
Yeah.
Carried him.
You remember that
I
Jake? That they picked up that. Remember there was the Edomite that got knocked out Baconite, and then the nigga went and picked him up. And it was a picture of revolution, like you see. Nah.
I ain't with that.
Nah.
That don't represent me.
That's like touching a pig.
Basically,
Fuck that.
a bacon on the shoulder, run that.
And that guy's probably voting reform.
Yeah,
Exactly.
The scripture says no to who you do good to. It does say that, man. You don't tell anybody. This guy's a damn fucking Edomite, bro. You know what I mean? Your enemy of your forefathers and you.
Yeah, you're gonna know.
That's why it says, about the enemy, Sirach 12. Because if that guy would have, it's a serpent, man. You would have healed the viper, cobra, whatever, grew it, nursed it to health, and then it bit you, and you'd be there like, yo,
Why you bite me?
how could you? It's like, I'm a snake, my friend. Like, that's what I do.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Precept? Yeah, go on. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, "Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?"
They're gonna look at you with disdain.
That's it.
right? Because you really fucked up the whole place, man, and everybody suffered because of you. This whole judgment that's come down on the whole earth is because of you, a lot of it. Even though these nations have done wickedness as well and going to be judged also, but you've made everything worse in the earth for them. You've got them adopting immoral ways of living and shit that they weren't involved in before. Like I said, this has always been done doing bullshit, but Esau's made the shit worse. You know?
Giving them strong drink.
Yeah.
I got that.
Made them drunk.
Yeah, we're going to finish it off.
It says, that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners.
That's right.
You know, keep going on to read it, bro.
Yeah, if you want to break it down, yeah. It's fine.
All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit as a carcass trodden under feet. Basically, Esau is never going to be renowned. Esau's going to be, he's the basis of men, you know, the lowest of the low, and all the heathen nations, they're going to see that it's going to be known, man, you know, and then everything that he's, that veneer that the brother said, that all the heathen nations look up to him, that's all going to be gone. Now they're going to know what he really is, you know,
Piece of shit.
and they're going to look up to who it really is, which is Jake. You know, that's in Isaiah the second chapter.
Exactly.
Funny, even now it's like you go online, it's like you'll see Elam getting corned online everywhere.
Yeah.
Where they say, oh, these guys eat food off the floor, they do this, they do. I'm like, that you think it's like it's legendary. But then like that court, that's not even a fraction of what Esau's gonna be getting. You have to consider it's like, and Elam's gonna be corning them.
Yeah.
Like, it's ironic. As I read this, Habakkuk 2:15, it says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Right, he's got man changing their genders and shit.
Yeah.
You know? Without Esau technology, they wouldn't have to do all that shit. You know what I mean? They might have been dress up as, you know, opposite sexes and shit, but they couldn't fucking change the plumbing. Well, it's not really, that's inaccurate. They can't really change the plumbing. It doesn't actually work.
Yeah, they can
You know, just change how it looks.
Yeah, mutilate.
It's self-harm.
On a whole different level where.
But there's a good jokes, right? Because they'll look down on people that want to get circumcised and things like that. But
Yeah.
you can do that.
That's a good point.
That's crazy, bro.
That's a good point.
That's crazy, man.
And you'll have laws.
Because circumcision is holy, it's righteous.
Yeah.
But you can't do that though. They look down upon that.
Yeah.
Make it difficult for you to do that.
That's a good point. Because do you know how many times, like, you know, like doctors and they try to push this new knowledge. Oh, really, circumcision's harmful. But let your kid grow up and say, I want to be a woman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come.
They'll chop the whole thing.
They'll help and support you. You know, 5-year-olds
Yeah.
doing madness, bro.
They're giving them pills to block hormones. and shit.
Yeah.
And they have laws like saying if you're under 16, you can't possibly even like consensually do any sort of sexual activity, but you can change the whole organ, your internal organs from at 5 years old. You can just wake up and say, yeah, you know what? I don't want my man parts. I just wanna.
Yeah. But he calls it progress. Yeah. That's progress. Because I hate, you know, when people say, oh, but you know, they're backwards. It's like, nah, bro, you're the backwards.
Yeah.
You know.
They had a Ghanaian minister on recently, and he was talking about how basically no one in got weed. That's what you talking about, stoning people, and they put a law in place where if you get found
the
to
homo
stone someone, you basically get put in trouble or something like that.
What like on the freaks and that?
No, they basically don't want to. They don't want
And
to
it
kill
was-
homos no more. They want to.
Yeah, it was a way to deter people.
Yeah,
from
no more
killing them.
stoning.
But
They're gonna arrest them.
They're just gonna.
People were saying like,
it's too
why don't you just
strong
outlaw, like, why don't you incorporate homosexuality? They said, listen, the culture of the people in that land, you can't incorporate that.
Yeah.
And they saying, oh, you know, it's back. It's like, Nick, we ain't looking at.
Yeah,
we don't want to
yeah.
see two. And the funny thing is, in Africa, and I'll say Africa as a whole, two men holding hands is very normal. It's a show of like
Friendship,
camaraderie.
Like, it's not deemed gay. So that really shows you that where their minds are going. If two men can walk around holding hands and they're just friends, when you tell them that there's two men fucking each other, they're gonna grab those two men holding hands, will grab stones and dash it at people.
Yeah.
It really shows you like it ain't a discomfort with masculinity. It's just that's off. There's something wrong with that.
You know, with Edomites thinking that they're in a position of power. He was getting interviewed by a random Edomite journalist, and then he was like, "But why can't you accept this into your culture?" And it's like, 'cause that's your culture. It's not ours. He's like, but why can't it be your culture? Like, because Edomites got that mentality of, but what we think is right should just be normal to you. It should just
white supremacy.
And it's just nowhere.
Because it has to be their culture. It can't be like. Because if we try to impose their culture onto them, like, nah, I ain't gonna do all that.
Yeah, Esau's a fucking him.
But Esau wants you to be like him.
They do that to the Arabs. They're saying, oh, they do it with Sharia law and all this. They're coming to take over. They're taking over our law. But anytime you try to do the opposite, they do the opposite to everyone all the time.
That's it.
They force it down your throat, man. They advertise it for you. They give you TV programs. They make you swallow that pill, man. Like, hey, you know, you ain't got a choice.
Force it down the throat, swallow the pill.
That is a course still.
But even with the Arabs, if they get one of them, then they use algorithms to push that so hard. Like, you got a few of them that they get to, and then they will make sure that you see it visibly, bro, because they're trying to make sure that
to push the agenda. But these things, it wouldn't that be classified as like incitement? If they're trying to push a constant algorithm just to get you mad about something, that's incitement. Incitement.
Yeah,
that's illegal.
Aggravated.
I was at my nan. She had BBC News on, and they were into obviously after the Americans left, what was it, Afghanistan. Obviously the old powers came back in power, and then it was like, oh, it's been 5 years and girls can't go to school, and then the guy was like, look, man, like, you basically like, is that all you caring about? Because because let's be real, when America was over, they were killing the girls. They were dropping bombs on the girls and the women.
And then calling them insurgents.
They're hiding in schools.
Iran, that's a good example.
What was it? Iran, the first strike man did was little girls' school, bro.
Triple tap.
I'm like, oh yeah, we're trying to demoralize them. Bro, man made it a tactic. I was like, bro, it's like, in reality, it's just whatever is to their benefit. They'll skew it any which way, man.
I got a precept.
I got one as well.
First Maccabees 1:41.
Okay, that's what I had as well.
Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandments of the king.
Right, he wants you to conform to his ways, because he deems his ways better. That's what it is. But his ways are the ways of wickedness. But that's the whole point with Esau, Satan. They're just trying to corrupt you, man, into doing wickedness.
He just wants everyone to be gay. To just transgress the Lord.
And I don't want to live in a world like that.
No, bro.
I don't want to live in a world like that, man.
There was I can't even remember who it was, bro, but it was like someone was talking about some girl online getting interviewed, and then she says like, oh yeah, it's like, you know, my son was 5 and he wanted to play with like trucks or whatever, and I was like, damn, I really hope he grows up to be gay or whatever.
I see that.
And I was just like, bro, it's like this is how bugged it is. It's like now it's like, if you don't like, you're thinking, damn. It's like if he's just a regular guy, then no, I failed. I'm like, what? I was like, bro, you realize like 99.9% of people on the face of the earth are just regular, like,
I mean,
they conform to the
that's
normal
like wishing, like, hoping, when my son's born or whatever, you know, he grows up having autism. I mean, on one hand,
it's in the same vein. Like,
on one hand, they might be super intelligent on some things, but other times it's not really helpful like that. You know what I mean? Like being the flamer is not productive, man.
Nah, and they got demons.
Like, it's like, oh, I hope he grows up big and strong. It's like, he's big and strong, there's something he can do.
Bro, like, them freaks are so violent.
They're violent,
They've got
man.
some untempered rage, bro.
It's like they're allowed to get away with like behaviors that if a dude with regular dudes doing that, then everyone's like, cops are getting called. Like, you know what, then, mate? Like, bro, it's like the flamers are doing it. They're just like, oh, he's so, you know, he's just,
expressing
himself. You know.
Women always say, they'll be like, those moles are they're mean. It's like, it's because they got demons on them. They ain't right, man. What?
The faggots will shake the shit out of you. It's so violent, bro.
In the skirt as well.
Bro, you see them? Don't misgender me.
You remember that guy that smashed up the game show?
Yeah.
It's been so
violent. Shit, like imagine there's people who call us violent. But them niggas, if you misgendered, them niggas 6'9". They're 6.
Oh yeah. There was one of that.
Yeah.
Do you remember that press, bro? Where it's like, bro, you thumped the guy out. I was like, damn. I was like, that's hell. He's like,
That's
you
hell,
hell,
bro. Women are like that as well. They're the worst.
Yeah.
You'll see like they'll be putting hands on men, and it's like, bro, you like, why would you even?
It's untempered.
Like, yeah, like you gotta control yourself. You know.
I don't know what you're doing about.
I've got a quick one. Romans 12:2 says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye be not conformed to this world."
And whose world is it right now?
Yeah.
It's Esau's world, man. Esau's been given power over the earth. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, no?
Yeah.
This is his world. And he wants you to be like how he wants you to be in his world. Okay, like we say, we running through it all day, man. It's just evil wickedness, man. You know? Yep.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
So what he's saying is really you need to go back.
Yeah.
Go back to the right ways. Because we left off the right ways, right? You need to go back to the right ways. Right? So there's nothing archaic about these scriptures, man. Right? The laws and the things that are in it are for forever, they're eternal.
They're applicable to the modern day.
That's right. Right? Because when you do wickedness, when you put your hand forth into all these new radical ideas and shit, destruction comes, man. The world before the flood, they found out. And the Lord sent that flood, man. They found out, man. Wickedness is not productive. Right? So you're better off just going back to the right ways and living by the righteous standards, man. And then you'll be safe, you'll be cool.
The triumphing of the wicked is
Sure. Yep.
I got something. Romans 1:25. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator?
Yeah, now we're doing what man says. You know, what Esau says. You know, man will change up the whole church system and say, no, flamers can join too. Yeah, women can be pastors as well. What the fuck? What are we talking about here? What woman has any idea of the spirit? What they got is a bunch of emotions, man. They don't know prophecy. You know, they're not about upholding the law. They're too squeamish. You know what I mean? No, some to death. That's brutal. That's brutal.
It was Destiny's Child, man. It's just emotion. It's like, bro, anything, bro. It's like when you get in crisis situations, it's like you see with female cops a lot. They have like someone gets violent or whatever, then it's like, start bugging out.
Or even you see people fighting on the street, you're always gonna hear what? Screams in the background.
Stop it! Oh, yeah. It's so disorientating.
You're not even near it.
Bro?
You don't even know where two guys fighting.
And it's weird. That's such a natural reaction for them to have.
Yeah.
A man don't do that. Man's like, he's on edge. You know what I mean? He's ready for something. It's like that. Women just bug out.
Which makes me think of the law, you know, about the posh. And now where it says if she doesn't scream out, because that means you was with it. Because your natural is to scream and to be like, yo, what's going on? So if you're not screaming
now.
now.
The scream is help.
Yeah.
That's what the scream's for.
Yeah.
Like they want attention, they need attention, someone to do something. Because they're not capable of doing anything themselves. That's the difference, because they're the weaker vessels.
By default.
The scriptures say they're the weaker vessel. So there's order and hierarchy the Most High have already established, but they don't even respect that. They don't respect the order of the church. That's why they want to be up in the church. Oh, why can only man do that? Well, it's because the Lord said so.
That's right.
It's not because typically like, a man says, oh, you can't do that just because the man don't want you to be there. It's not really nothing to do with that. The Lord said so. Right? And then you're just trying to violate now. Right? Because you're going against the order.
I got more. It says, who is blessed forever, amen. For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature.
It's vile. Like, you know, because in this world, it's like you got men who are gay and lesbians are all right. No, they're both wicked.
Exactly.
You know, like like in music culture, girls kissing girls and. No.
Britney and Madonna. That was I think one of the first big ones where it was a big cultural event for them doing that.
Yeah, because you know what's funny? Like, you know, it's like especially, you know, like Benjamin. Like when it comes to Batty Man, but Bun Batty Man, but it'll be a dyke, two dykes. No, they both gotta go too. Like, nah, it ain't just the geezers. Both of them got a God.
It's all perversion at the end of the day.
Them Benjamin women, there's a lot of them that are that.
Yeah, bro, it's common, bro. It's a trend, bro. A lot of women have had a lesbian experience.
Yeah.
Because Esau tells you just to give into your lusts. But what they are is really demons that you're meant to be fighting.
Yeah.
And if that means like if you feel if you feel yourself like you're that you're attracted to the same sex or whatever, you're meant to be fighting at the whole fucking life, man. And go through your life celibate or whatever the fuck you need to do, and die on that hill, man. Die a righteous life, like you didn't give in to those dark desires, man.
That shit's dark, man. That shit's too dark, bro. That's just too. That's the phantom zone, bro. That's just too dark, man. Yeah, that's the abyss, blood, man.
You got that the show Sandman. It's all about demon. There's a demon called Desire.
Okay.
He basically he's androgynous. He
Right.
walks around
Yeah.
Yeah, his name's Desires. He's
Okay.
a demon of lust. But the Most High controls both sides.
Yeah.
So he actually puts them demons on people.
Yeah, he gives you up to
So
them.
they've been given over to that vile affection.
Young Pharaoh.
Ah,
Bro, that shit was scary, bro.
that shit's nasty.
Bro, he used to be more, the black man, Africa, all that shit. He's coming against the Israelites, and now he got a stripper pole.
But the thing is, he's still about the black man on this because he's flipping
He's
what
definitely
Jake
about
is.
the
No, what I'm saying. He's meant to still represent those things. But now he's complete.
Yeah, that's what happens.
So now he's flipping what Jake even aspired to in those circles. So Jake is going to become more like him and think that's okay.
But that's what happens when you deal with all them different vain philosophies. Man. All that Kemet Egyptology shit. It's all faggotry, man.
African and barter and them.
John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do.
Yeah.
He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth. Because there is no truth in him, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it.
Yeah, Esau's the one that came up with that stupid Kemet and Egyptology and gave it to you niggas thinking that you got something to hold on to. And now you got an example, like even Saturn Suit and Seti, all them guys, man, Saturn Suit and Seti, the other guy that used to have the fucking the hairpiece in his head. They're all fruit bandits, man. Like
Shaka Amos.
Yeah, Shaka Amos. That guy been fruity, man. Shaka Anus. Shaka Anus, as the brother said. Them guys been fruity, man. That's why you can't deal with anything outside of the scriptures. You start doing freakism and start getting into that mad sexual depravity, man. Look what happened to Polite. Polite decided to rape his own fucking, you know.
Like, a man's already dealing
with his
dealing
wife.
With the mum,
Yeah.
and then you pop her daughter as well.
It's sick, man.
That's a nasty nigga.
And I think another guy, what was it? I don't know if it's Pharaoh, but he said he used to let his children play with his rod.
That's Nature Boy.
Nature Boy.
He said, I didn't want to
Freaks,
say
man. Freaks, man.
But guess what? That's Egypt, though. No,
That's Egyptology.
But let's be honest, though. They are being Egyptians. That's what they happened in Egypt.
That's what happened. Yeah.
Like, bro,
Them niggas won't think about onions and leeks now has a different meaning, you know what I mean? Onions and leeks. And a leek, should I say.
Yeah. Because, people think.
Cucumbers.
People think ancient like Egypt. You know, like a guy like Nas might drop a lit ancient.
I am and all that. I am.
Bro, they was off. Bro, you know they had festivals in Egypt, where all the regal noble would go into the nap and just bust nuts. They'll have a Diddy party like in and out.
Didn't they used to pop crocodiles as well?
Yeah, they used to pop crocodiles.
But they got the phallic. They got the big phallic symbols. They got the big phallic symbol. That's a big penis, man. They actually worship the man's penis in Egypt, man.
Bro, even some historians say
that's dangerous as hell anyway.
Egyptology is a serious thing. It's a violation.
They probably sedated it.
slumped it. Bro, how does
I know, how do you beat a crocodile?
You're mad.
Madness.
Not a pretty creature. I'll tell you that.
Mad.
Well, even if there was a pretty creature, you see before.
That's mad. Heathens, bro.
That's Egypt for you.
The Lord said, follow not the way of the heathen, man.
That's right.
When we came out of Egypt, he said, don't take that into the land.
Don't come with all that heathenistic shit. Don't follow. You know, that's why he gave us the laws, man.
Yeah. A lot of them nations got them children sacrifice laws. A lot of them. Like,
Yeah,
Babylon
look at
laws.
that.
Yeah, bro.
Wisdom, man.
Can we read that?
This is Leviticus chapter 18, verse 3 in the NLT.
That's true.
So do not act like the people in Egypt, where you used to live, or like the people of Canaan, where I'm taking you. You must not imitate their way of life.
That's it.
That's right.
Because
Man.
they was doing all that batty boy, yeah.
We're a holy people, a separate people, given laws such commands by the Heavenly Father, man.
It's wisdom, man.
Because they was heavy into that batty boy shit and
Heavy, bro.
heavy.
Bestiality.
Adultery, all of that, man.
You know, but I say he wants you to conform to his ways. No, no, your ways ain't right.
Yeah.
You know.
2 Peter chapter 2 verse 6, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly.
It's like Esau knows the stories. He's supposed to be an expert, right?
He embraced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a rebellious spirit. So he's gonna be like, fuck it. Roll the dice. You know what I mean? That ain't gonna happen again. I'm gonna make sure it don't happen again. Because I'm gonna build out all my technology, I'm gonna get my laser weapons, and I'm just gonna beef it out with the Lord. Fuck it. Because you're an idiot. The same things that happened to you as happened to Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah. And people don't follow examples, man.
No. It's hard to hear it, bro.
Even you know what's interesting? You know what, Pompeii? They found like
Remains in that.
graffiti, on the wall that said Sodom and Gomorrah. And it's actually in the histories, and basically it was they speculate that it was written by a Christian, which is Jake community that used to live there. So when that judgment happened, they knew that was because of the wickedness they were doing.
Yeah.
You know, so it was actually written, inscribed, like this was Sodom and Gomorrah, because they were doing the same shit back then.
Pompeii.
Like Pompeii is known to have like hella symbols of rods around the city.
Animals and shit like that.
But even in the history, it says that some people got kissed, like, and you know, like when you get melted with lava and you get like, some people just got melted and crystallized in it.
Even remember on that there was information. They found the so-called skeletons where the brain turned to glass.
Yeah.
Actually their pineal definitely got melted. Everything was melted, bro.
That's beautiful.
So it just shows you, man.
That's beautiful.
So if that's what happened to Sodom, Pompeii, then Babylon is cooked.
Yeah,
That's why
America's
it's the
done.
whole landmass, bro.
America's
There ain't gonna be no city for 5 cities.
Yeah.
No, the whole land gotta go.
That's right.
Yeah.
And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked,
What's that?
for that righteous man dwelling among
Yeah,
them.
vexed with a filthy conversation. Remember, they tried to deal with the angels. And they say like, look, man, because you ain't bring them out, we're gonna do for you and worse.
Yeah, and that trip was like Canary Wharf as well.
And then they got smitten with blindness, and they was like, look, man, I'm trying to find this door. How you blind and horny? What the fuck?
Even the song was like bad.
Demons, bro.
And because I
get used to
it's like, yeah, that's
Lot actually tried to offer up his daughter. And that lets you know, for all you feminists out there, you gonna have a problem with that.
Yeah, that's
What
a
you
good point,
mean? Lot actually offered up his daughters, because guess what? Them men were guests. He had to protect them. You know what I mean? So Lot said, look, man, just my daughters. He was like, no, where are those men? They were after the men. That's how burned in them dark desires.
Bro,
They were.
I think the scripture says men
gonna do like CCTV.
Every quarter.
Old and young.
Well, like you see in the Pride March.
Yeah.
You got the rainbow flags, you got the kids on the piggy bank and everything. Every old and young.
Old and young. You got smitten with blindness, bro. And we're still on.
Yeah, you just need to.
We ain't never seen no man like that. Thank you.
And then saying like,
This little guy off, man. For everyone, like, that's fucking crazy. The majesty of the Lord entered into Sodom and Gomorrah and they got hard.
But just on that note, right? Because obviously, like you mentioned, yeah, the feminists out there are gonna get upset about the whole situation that occurred, right? But imagine this, right? If he didn't do that, they said they were gonna come in and do worse anyway.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
if he could have appeased them any type of way,
Like,
that's what he tried to do.
Yeah.
Right? Logically, it's wise.
Yeah.
You know, logically, because otherwise everyone was going to get done in and dead and all that kind of stuff. So, you see how you want to see it, but that was probably the best we could have done at that time.
Like they pressed upon the house.
You want to work.
It was intent. You talk about dark intent. They was bro. They had.
I think I'm looking to just
Well,
get
guess
the
what?
experience and then probably
And as well,
try-
that
probably
scripture where it
keep applying
says,
for corporate and then kind of mix and match.
yeah.
'Cause, like, I'm saying what
Abraham
I'm doing
prayed
now
for the
just 'cause
Yeah, he started.
It wasn't saying that he prayed for them to repent.
Worst one
Or,
that I've
no,
read
he was
is
praying for his family member that was
Might
there.
probably be the thing now.
That's why the numbers keep going down.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
50.
Because who was he? What was in his mind?
Eventually,
Lot.
Because he knew there was no righteous men in that city. He knew that wasn't the case. But he knew Lot was there. It's like, my cousin's there, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nephew's like it. You know? So it's like, I want him to be saved. So man was like, yeah, but there's one in the city or whatever.
And then and after it was concluded, you know what?
I'm gonna fuck this up anyway. But it's not gonna come out.
Lot pack his bags.
Yeah.
You know, he got to pack his bags. And he just did. Well, no, actually, not even pack his bags. Because he just went straight. He said, don't, because his wife looked back. His wife looked back. He just said, keep going. And guess what? His lady looked back. And she became a pillar of salt that's still there. You know?
And back in the ancient world, looking up to your guests was extremely important. You know, any guests that will come to sojourn and come and lodge at your house, you have to take care of them. And that's how important it was. You know, so for Lot to do that, that's gonna hurt a lot of you guys with, you know what I'm saying? You get your feelings hurt about, you know what I'm saying? And even the natural use, like the women and the man, that shows you the levels even off that scripture alone.
And there's a lot of things about bloodlines and stuff like that. You don't know who you're gonna be entertaining, kind of thing. Like that person might be important. His bloodline might be important, bro.
Exactly.
You know, if that man dies or something happens to him, maybe that bloodline doesn't go on no more. You don't really know, right? But it's important to keep these family lines going. You know, a woman doesn't have that kind of position.
No.
You know, so what happens to them is a small price to pay in that way. You know.
Got precept. This is Amos chapter 9 and verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
Yeah, you break it, bro.
Yeah, but that sinful kingdom today in America, man. You know, Babylon, you know, that place of confusion where we're seeing all the same wicked acts as Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon, you know, all these ancient kingdoms is happening today. So the Lord's gonna bring that judgment, but even worse this time. Oh, that's what's coming.
Like in America as well, like when we read about all of these ancient kingdoms, they all got destroyed for their wickedness, but like America carries the spirit of all of them. And so like they're gonna get such a big destruction that it's just gonna...
If you was asked an American now, like, does America really more represents Sodom and Gomorrah, or does it represent like the kingdom of heaven type thing, or like a proper nation? They'll lie to themselves. But you can only come to one conclusion. It more resembles Sodom and Gomorrah than anything else.
In Vegas, they got in Vegas, bro. They got certain cities, but they got certain sections of Vegas so you can go see a Sphinx. You got a replica of the tower, the Eiffel Tower. You got like you got everything in there, like everything.
It's like them man are begging for destruction. You know what I mean?
And you know, spiritual. Like if you look at like Babylon's map and you name the town, a lot of ancient kingdoms names is named after certain cities. So there's a place in Black America, I believe it's in Texas, called Swaziland.
Memphis as well, I think is called.
Memphis,
Egypt
as well.
Egypt, that's Egypt, yeah, Memphis.
Cairo, even what's it called Assyria. There's actually a place, I believe it's I think it's in Philadelphia. There's, you know, little townships or roads or Canaan. Yeah, so that's spiritual because Babylon has great confusion.
And not everybody can name a road, or name a city.
Yeah.
Not anybody can just do that. It might have been just like a common thing and that, but we know how Esau just changes names for any people down fucking time. So if a name is if a road or a place is named something, it's named because someone has some sort of influence or power over that place. You know? So it shows you them men are all juiced into the dark arts, man, and them ancient histories and shit. You know? Because they represent all those ancient ways. You know?
What precept? This is Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
This is angels. You know? They shine 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So it don't matter if you're in your secret dens and councils, you know, doing shit. Yo, your Lord sees everything, man. So that's why they're afraid. They know when the Lord comes back, they ain't making it. They know they ain't making it. That's why they're getting ready. You know, they're doing the bunkers. Ah, yeah, this cage. They know. You know what I mean? It's sort of like a dude at school that's been bad all day, and he knows when his dad comes through the door, it's dark. That's what Esau knows. He knows he's gonna get his fucking ass whooped. He's just waiting to the father, you know what I mean, of spirits. He sends his son to come and, you know what I mean.
Man's behaving like he's the last day on earth, man.
Yeah, basically.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. You know, that's that YOLO spirit.
Yeah.
You know, let us crown ourselves with rosebuds. You know what I mean? Until they be withered. You know?
What's the costly wine?
How long is this?
Bad mentality to have, by the way.
I got one. Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
So here it is, they'll support America and their endeavors and that, but they'll criticize the men of the Lord that are on the highways and byways. Trying to tell them, you know, trying to teach them the truth. Just trying to show you how things are supposed to be. Right? How things are not meant to be. You know, but you want to come up against us and say we're the devil, then acknowledge that America's the fucking devil. You know, Esau the devil.
Yeah. The mother of harlots and abominations in the earth.
Oh no, it's not us. It's somebody else, some Arab nation or some shit. Whatever, man.
And it's funny. It's like they actually can't escape that fact that you're the most influential nation on the earth, and in every time period it's been. Bro, no one cares about Pakistan, bro. Like, no one's influenced by Pakistan, bro. Like, you're influenced by America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They got Bollywood.
Bollywood. Oh, in
Nollywood.
Yeah, that's it.
Everyone's
Black
influenced.
British, bro. I'm Black British.
All these nations, they're definitely influenced by America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it is, man. And it's funny because when we were talking about the names of empires, I actually asked chat, the Statue of Daniel, does America have towns with the names of all the empires? They said, yeah. Rome, New York, Babylon, New York.
Yeah, I found that.
You know what I mean? Like, if you ask it, does America have town names that are always in line with the Statue of Daniel? Yeah. Babylon, man. Great confusion. It's a melting pot, seething pot.
That's why in the history, like, everyone wanted to come to America.
Yeah.
America was the, American dream.
Yeah.
You know that even like when you watch your biopic of Bruce Lee, because he was a major Chinese star, but he was like, nah, I want to be greater, so he had to come to America because he knew if he went to America, that's when he'd be international. Yeah, you'd be international. And that's what he did.
Spirit's dying now, man.
Yeah, that's why that's the inspiring spirit of coming to America to make it. It's like everyone's leaving America now, trying to get out.
And that's why when Bruce Lee went back to China, and they found out how much they loved him, and he was like, because remember his wife wanted to bring him back to America.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, but here I'm special. Because in America, it's that white man.
Yeah.
He had to tiptoe around the white man.
That's
then
it.
he lost it. Whoa! Broke the cover off.
He's a peculiar spirit, man.
Shit.
Bruce was something else. Revelation chapter 18, verse 9. It says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her, when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Standing afar off,
It's so lucky, and that's like all these nations. They're all trying to get something out of America, man.
Yeah.
That's why it's the whole.
Yeah.
Right? They're all kind of dealing with America,
So,
try and get out, to get from it, And so they've all been in bed with her. So the punishment's gonna draw from them as well. They're gonna be bewailing her.
Yeah.
Because all the trade, all the business that we're doing with them,
It's gone.
and now it's gone.
Yeah, man, STDs. It's basically like a hole with STDs. It sleeps with everyone. And everyone's taking. I'm fucked. I got fucking HIV now. Yeah, charge it.
Well, Esau said you can cure it now.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. Just keep doing it.
Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
see, that's how I know Esau's wicked.
Yeah.
Instead of saying,
Nah,
men stop dealing with men, stop freaking around, all of this. Actually,
I'm trying to find a way if you can do it. Safe,
which is the serpent.
Yeah, it's wicked as hell.
You shall not surely die.
yeah.
You know what I mean? No, Esau will go.
And that's why John didn't he wonder after they because she was so
glamorous,
captivating.
She was thick,
all the right curves and all the right faces, some perky tits,
perky
nipples, all just
He actually saw that.
Feet done.
The angel had to snap him out of it. Like, get out, man.
Like the woman in the red dress in the Matrix, isn't it?
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah,
Look again, innit? Yeah, look again.
You know?
He had to snap out of it, man.
It says
Like, this woman's paying, like, there's some paying buff Edomite thing in my head.
That's alright, brother. It says, standing afar off for fear of her torment, saying, Alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
And what's interesting about it, because I remember one of the apostles back in the day, I can't remember who it was, but he basically said, in another dimension, it's already happening.
Yeah.
The vision. Yeah, that's it. Where he's already seen it, he saw it, so we're just waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, it's manifest.
It's sort of like, what is it? Is it Revelation 9, where he saw Kaiser Wilhelm and all that?
Oh yeah, Revelation
So
World War One, yeah.
But that eventually happened.
Yeah.
So it's like with Babylon America isn't any different.
No.
We're just waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, that's it.
You know?
Manifest.
Things which must shortly come to pass.
They're trying to play with that concept, but not doing a good job, as good a job as it with that new movie coming out, that Doomsday movie. Like where man are like going into different time zones and doing different things, and my man comes and he collects all the different parts of the earth and builds that over and makes a whole new.
Avengers, Doomsday, innit?
I'm saying, they're playing with that similar type of concept with different dimensions and different lives and all of that. Multiverse.
Yeah, that multiverse shit, man. But Esau knows his time's up, man. He knows, that's what it says in Revelations 12 and 12. He only got a short time left to finally trying to put the final capstone in his new world order before it all goes to shit, man.
We've got all the time in the world, man, so we're happy to wait.
Yeah.
You know?
So 2 Ezra 4:37. By measure as he measures the times, and by number as he numbers the times, and he does not move nor still them until the said measure be fulfilled.
Right? Because even the Most High is beholden to his own word.
Yeah.
Right? So he can't do nothing beyond what he's already said or stated. You know? So if it's meant to be that, Esau has a particular day and time that he falls and gets destroyed and replaced, we have to wait till that time. Most High isn't going to bring that day closer to us just because, we're asking for it per se. Because they're crying out all day long.
But the funny thing about that is that when he tries to move in on us all the more, it basically speeds up the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, which is already set up in the spirit anyway.
Yeah.
So it really shows you that, hey, there could be, it's like Balak and Balaam, man. Anytime, Balak was asking, yo, curse him and do this. He tries to, and then he just has to bless them. So he's doing stuff to bring about our downfall and our end. But he doesn't know every time he does that, he's bringing about his downfall and bringing us closer to the kingdom.
More they oppress them, the more they multiply.
There you go. Yeah. Egypt, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, that's what in chess. That's what you call checkmate.
Yeah.
When the king's checkmate, that's it. The game's over.
Yeah.
Because no matter what square you try and move to, you're gonna get caught by the fish.
No way out.
You're gonna get caught by the rook, and you gonna get,
Yeah, it's usually a couple steps ahead. It's like
that's it.
you make that final move,
Yeah.
and then you don't even have to move anything else because
Can't do nothing.
Yeah,
That's
so
it, done.
your player, the other player can't see it. But you're already like 10 steps and telling him, look, it's done.
That's the cool joke, because obviously the player is both players are setting traps for them,
Yeah.
for each other, innit, right?
Yeah.
Right, but he don't understand that he ain't playing against us.
Yeah.
He's also not playing against us. He's playing against the Most High.
Exactly.
And so he's setting up the trap against us, but he ain't 4D chess in it, right? He's being caught in his own snare. Like he thinks, oh, I've got this corner. But no, you're being cornered.
Yeah.
You're being trapped.
That's it.
You know?
Well, the Most High, he's playing both sides of the chessboard.
Isn't it?
You know what I'm saying? He's just a pawn, the bishop, the rook. He's getting moved.
No
himself.
choice. Yeah,
he's got no choice of what square to move to.
Yeah.
So the Most High's got him when, you know, he's
Exactly.
got the deceiver, the deceiver it is.
Can't.
Precept.
Straight.
Pilate said, this is Numbers 23 and 23. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what hath the Most High wrought? I'm reading the NOT as well. It says, no curse can touch Jacob. No magic has any power against Israel.
So how are you going to overthrow the prophecies, man? How are you going to overthrow the promise?
Yeah.
There's no way to do it.
For now it will be said of Jacob, what wonders has the Most High done for Israel?
We're about to find out. We're about to see it in its entirety, man. You know? The Lord has done many things for us in the past, man, but none of us have any recollection of that.
Yeah.
We can only read about those instances. But we're going to see in this living day what the Lord's going to do, man.
Yeah.
And how great He is.
Mm.
You know?
And even right now, like in this captivity, every Apostle Kabar says it quite a lot, man. We all got a story. All of us have got a different story, man. You know, like the movie Crash. You know, you have simultaneous stories going at once. When the cameras close, we salute each other and go back to our lives. Brothers are dealing with their own hell, and we're going through it. But that's the manifold temptations that Peter wrote on. All right, we're going through manifold temptations, and this is to ready us for the ultimate temptation, the hour of temptation.
That's it.
He's building up a resilience, a fortitude, galvanizing us for that day. So all this stuff that's happening is only for our favor. It's not a curse. It seems like, yeah, I'm getting you, I'm pitting you in a corner. I nearly got you, but in reality, you don't know that you're it's like you're
being mentally prepared, spiritually prepared.
Yeah. And you're ultimately gonna awake the giant within. Like you know, when you play with someone, you think you're bullying them, you get the upper hand on them, and then one day they just turn into a mean green, incredible Hulk. You know, like we're talking like 9 foot. I'm talking like some bloody 12-foot gladiator that just you can't even do.
Well, Esau can get us all the way into the furnace, man.
Yeah.
He can get us all the way into the furnace, man. But Most High is with you, man. He's with you.
Yeah.
And he's gonna deny him. You know?
Even in death.
Yeah,
Because we're gonna the first that die in Yahweh Shai, they're coming back, man.
There's no victory over us, man.
That's it.
There is none. Because
No
Yahweh Shai already got
condemnation.
the victory.
Yeah.
It's done. It's done.
Done deal.
You know?
Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Yeah, like Elder Kazak was going into last night. I was watching. It's like brothers are going through what they have to go through, but it's part of the healing process from this world, isn't it? Like, and because our temptations, sin, is what's breaking us down. That's why you have to keep going through that healing process. And ultimately, when Yahweh Shai comes, like Malachi 4:2, said he's going to come with healing in his wings. That's that transition from this mortal flesh into that immortal flesh, where we're not going to commit sin no more. But in the meantime, in between time, because we're still in these chains of darkness, we're still going through that healing process. So we're still going to have our ups and downs, still going to make mistakes here and there. But ultimately, like the brother said, it's to galvanize you. The Lord said he's going to make up his jewels. What do you do with a jewel when you have to forge it? You have to put it through the fire. So you have to put it through that cauldron, and you have to persecute it. You have to purge the impurities out of it. So that's what brothers will have to go through, no matter how bad it may seem at the time or whatever. It's all the Lord making you. So when the Lord returns, you're gonna be one of those prized jewels, and he's gonna collect you. The Lord's coming to collect his jewels, man, the elect. You know? So this is all part of that galvanization. Go ahead.
Precept just on that. 1 Peter 1:7, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
There you go, man. You just said it in a nutshell. So that's what it's all about. If you want to be a true servant of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you're going to have to go through the rigor, man. He's going to put you through them, you know, like them tournaments where you have to do them mad leaping and jumping from this part to there. Yeah, that's what brothers have to go through, man. And when you think you're right at the end of it, you still got more levels to get to before you get to the top of the, you know, to the end, basically.
It's
So
like it's a race, right? It's
yeah.
an obstacle course.
That's exactly it's obstacles. So that's what brothers are going through. You go through the obstacles. You know, sometimes you fall short, but yeah, at the end of the day, you just got to maintain faith and stay true. Keep doing the work. Don't doubt the power. Don't deny the Lord. If you start denying the Lord and stop fearing the Lord, that's when you're going to start falling off.
And Paul said it best, because you said, you know, like about the falling short of the glory. It's all about us being falling. Like there is no, all we have is
not
the
perfect.
grace. You know, that's it. Like you can't be perfect.
No.
That's the reason. Even what we're doing right now, this is foolishness in the eyes of the Most High.
Exactly.
Foolishness of preaching. They're saying this, but it has to be done. And ultimately, you don't really know where you stand with the Most High, His Son, the Holy Spirit. Till you get that's it. You're just doing something that you just know, I've got to do this and hope for the best.
Yeah. But there's a reward for your faith as well. You know.
This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous or grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
And that's the difference between us and the people of the world. They're enjoying themselves, they're in that Epicurean spirit. They're not in that Stoic spirit like we are, trying to be disciplined and all that, trying to, you know, fight the flesh and all these different things. These people of the world, they just endorse the flesh all day, all night. That's why they're just into it. Look at Adrian Broner, all these guys, like, they're just flesh. They're just destroying themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? But us suffering now, we're not going to suffer what they're going to suffer in the end. There's going to be a separation. Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon 3 verse from the top. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die.
Yeah.
And their departure is taken for misery.
Right, none of the elect are going to die in vain.
No.
It's not a vain thing to think, oh, these man, they lost, they failed. It's got nothing to do with that. Most High has always protected these saints. Right, and they're going to have a high position in the kingdom, man. So, I mean, they've won. You know?
Yep. And they are going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And of being a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Most High proved them and found them worthy of himself.
And start being found worthy, man. So yeah, we have to go through these things. This is the part of showing the Most High that we're worthy. You know, we've done a whole lot of bad, and we don't deserve anything really.
Yeah.
So now the Most High is basically how he's separating the elect from the rest of Israel. Who's worthy, right? Who can endure for me? Who can go through these things that I've set before them? Because then they're worthy to obtain the kingdom. You know, like the fire on one side and the
great water
on the other side, right? It's a test, right? It's perilous on either side, man, to try and get to the kingdom, but you got to pass through it to get the inheritance. You know, so the Lord he's finding out who's worthy. You know, he knows who's worthy or not, but we have to walk that walk still.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like Job, like, you know, have you tried my servant Job? So that's how the Lord's looking at every brother as part of the elect. Have you tried my brother Yakanan? Have you tried my brother Paya Allah? Have you tried? Yeah, you got to be tried.
Man. You know,
that's how like legends are. It's all being written. In the kingdom, it's going to be, these actions are going to be they're forever written.
Well, the book of life there already,
right?
Yeah.
You know, so they exploit of the elect and everything is there written. You know.
And if I may say too, it's just like it reads in James 5, right? How does it go? It says look at the patience of Job.
Yeah.
The aftermath of that.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is Micah chapter 7 verse 9 in NLT. I will be patient as the Lord Yahweh punishes me, for I have sinned against him. But after that, he will take up my case and give me justice for all I have suffered from my enemies.
And isn't that what Jake just wants? Justice?
Yeah.
You know? That's what we want as a people. We want justice and peace. But our people can't never seem to get it. But then the problem is we're not acknowledging our own fault in this.
Yeah.
You know? So we got Esau who don't give a shit, obviously. Because he ain't prepared to make you know, supplication for it and that. So, but we forget to look at ourselves, man. What did we do wrong?
Yeah.
Right? And we've done a whole bunch of stuff wrong. And the Most High commands us to acknowledge our faults, man, and the fault of our forefathers. But Jake just so far removed from that, because all they been, you know, all they were being moved by is their own lust in this world, man. Because Esau, you focus on that shit, rather than, you know, repairing yourself, you know, spiritually. You know.
Yeah, it says, but after that, he will take up my case and give me justice for all I have suffered from my enemies. The Lord Yahweh, or Hashem Yahweh Shai, will bring me into the light, and I will see his righteousness.
And that's what Esau's afraid of, man. Because he knows the wrong he's done unto us. And he knows we're the Lord's children. So he's afraid of the recompense, man. And this is why he's preparing everything he possibly can to go up against the Lord, man. You know? But again, that's another work of futility. Right? Because there's no way you'd ever be able to bridge that gap. You know? But this is why he's known as the fool. So you can't expect nothing more from him. You know, so he's gonna roll that dice and think he got a chance, or keeping his kingdom from the heavenly, you know, from Yahweh Shai and the children of Israel. He thinks he's got a chance. But he never had the chance, man. Because like I said, it's already been written. But he don't respect the word. He's never respected the word of the Heavenly Father. That's why even as Cain, he was like, oh, I'll just sacrifice this. You know, take this fruit, Lord. I didn't ask for that. Yeah, don't worry about it. You don't respect the Lord, right? And this is why he's gonna get violated right at the end. You know.
And if I may say, Saquon too, right? As the scripture says, it says, even in the land of uprightness, he will not learn righteousness.
Yeah,
that's right. That's why nothing but wickedness goes on wherever they at, the border of wickedness. The scripture tell you, man.
Well, look at the Holy Land. It's supposed to be a land flowing with milk and honey. Yeah. So it's barren. So kibbutz.
That's why the small hats can't be those people, man.
Yeah.
There's no peace there. There's no tribes there. You know, the 12 tribes meant to be there, not together. You know, there's war. There's more war than ever before.
Never, yeah.
That's not prophetic, man. That's not meant to be that way. If you're the children of the Israelites, man. But if you're of the heathen, yeah, that's meant to be going on. If you're the Edomites, yeah, that's meant to be going on. And that's exactly who you are. You know.
Say, that's why it's important that we cry out, because just like you was going into Month, like Susanna, she cried out. You know what I mean? Like Elder Yeshua goes into that all the time. It shows that we actually ain't with this. You know what I mean? We're being grabbed up by the enemy and just laying down and taking it. You know, the dark desires. So it's important that we cry out like the unjust, you know, the unjust judge parable. You know, the woman, she cried out.
Right.
The scripture says that I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. So we're like, you know, we're a woman, like, so we got to cry out. You know, it's important.
That's right.
And the unjust judge, he did something.
Yeah.
So how much more so a just power?
Yeah, that's right.
So we've got great things to look forward to.
That's right. We're about to close up. Any brothers got any closing scriptures, statements?
2 Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels.
That's right. That's right. But they got the power, man, to bring justice and to judge those that are more powerful than we are. You know. So we're waiting. You know, with anticipation for that day, man. You know. Yeah, we want to end the day anyway. Nobody's been edifying, so hey, all praise and glory to Yahweh. Again, double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS. Shalom, that there's the whole full next, man. Till next time. Shalom.